I'm waiting for these guys to take their pennies off.
What you guys doing?
Good, how are you?
Watching the game?
Hmm?
Watching the game?
Yeah, for a little.
Yeah, you're trying to write down numbers. Good.
Okay, well, let's also do varsity numbers. So I am 16, right?
Yeah.
Oh, please stop.
I'm 12. Both below you.
Gabe has kit 0, AJ Green 00.
Yeah. Charlie's number 1. I don't know what Matthew is or Jordan. Is Jordan even here today?
I don't think so.
No, I think Jordan's here today.
Mikey, I don't know. Anything off the top of my head, I don't know.
Oh, Mike get his. What was he? Shoot. I thought I saw
We're gonna have to be
his.
careful with these. Oh, actually, let's just go. Perfect.
Your Benedictine Bengals.
Jacob Sheen's not playing. Jaden. Sorry.
Sit down. How'd you get a burger? Yeah, they got like food though. You know, they got like food.
good evening, everybody, and welcome to another night of Benedictine Soccer. My name is Brian Devers, and I will be your commentator later in the night for part of the JV and most of the varsity match. But starting us off, we got two very special guests. Two varsity players are joining us, Alexander Herr and Ryan Karras. They're going to be taking the broadcast from here, and we're going to go to them now, and they're going to get us started here for this JV match with Benedictine versus NDCL, starting in 2 minutes.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the Bengals versus NDCL tonight. We'll be starting with the JV team, and then later the varsity will play at 6. The Bengals team consists of a mostly sophomore team, while the JV team for NDCL is undetermined. They are a young or old team. With the new coaches here for the Benedictine Bengals, we play a very different style of soccer. Less aggressive, more passive, more passing team, and hopefully the JV Bengals can start us off with the win this year.
Certainly, that'd be a great way to start this season off. How are the JV Bengals looking to you so far, Ryan?
Really untested this year so far. We have a few guys who play in between, and hopefully they can make a difference in the first half of this game. Start off good with Gabe Heskamp in goal. Hopefully he can stop some good shots and continue to play well like he has been all season.
He's a very promising young player, I will say.
Jones, give me popcorn. No, don't give him popcorn. Jones.
So what are we thinking about today's starting lineup for the Benedictine Bengals?
For a JV team, it's pretty even across the board in terms of seniority. So I think mostly sophomores, maybe one or two freshmen, bouncing in between varsity and JV. But I think as long as the talk is there, play together, should be good.
Yeah, definitely a young team we have at the Benedictine Bengals. Hopefully we can set a good example of what our future looks like. We have a mostly young team. I mean, even our varsity team is very young. We have a lot of sophomores, like 3 seniors and like a few juniors. But with this young Bengals team, our future looks very promising. Wouldn't you say, Lex?
Definitely.
So, starting in net for tonight is Gabe Heskamp. We do not know much about this NDCL team. Playing them last year, our JV team did lose, but our varsity team did play them last year, and we won 3-0 with the help of Chris Cora. But we did lose a lot of seniors, so hopefully we can, the varsity team can repeat what they did last year, play very good defense, and score a few goals tonight.
How do you think this JV team is reacting to this new coaching change, Ryan?
Definitely very good. We are definitely liking Coach Stepp so far this season. Obviously, our record does not show that, but we are making progress, a lot of progress, building a good program out here, and hopefully we can continue to build into our junior and senior year.
Both teams off the field now. Getting a little pregame chat in.
What do you think Coach Stepp is talking about right now to his
I think
players?
Coach Stepp's probably just telling the JV boys, just play your game, play what we've been playing the last couple of days. They showed out really well against Cuyahoga Falls a couple weeks ago, and should, as long as they stick to what they've been told and keep their communication up, should be a good battle tonight.
Yeah, definitely. I totally agree with that. Definitely with this team of ours, we can play both sides very well. We haven't been finishing as well as we liked, but I think tonight's a new night. We can definitely put some net goals in with NDCL, and should be a good match. Boys entering the field right now.
Bengals taking the field now.
So starting for us is Johan Serrano, Matthew Torres, Jaden Hauser, Elliot Trabin, Gabe Nunez, Alex English, Noah, Alex Turpin, Ethan Flegel, Will Lloyd, Gabe Heskamp, as we said, and Adon. Our captains for tonight will be Alex Turpin and Ethan Flegel. With for the JV team, the name or the number is not put on to this, but starting for NDCL is number 18.
That's an L name.
Ethan
Or definitely not.
Scott.
Ethan Scott. Number 25, John Slattery.
I met that guy at
Number 19, Simon Fisher. Number 30, Luke Nedved. Number 24, Thomas
Villada.
Yeah, Thomas Villada. Number 25, John. Oh, I already said him. Number 3, Jason. I do not know how to say his last name.
Bengals sporting a 4-4-2 here to start off this JV matchup here at Bossu Field. Lions looking to sport a 4-3-3, I think.
No, because they're going to be recording.
Hey, can you guys help us real fast? Yeah. We gotta take stuff. We gotta take some chips. And all.
Matthew Torres will start with the ball today.
Oh no, back where you know where my basketball room is. Yeah.
And Matthew Torres will take the kickoff for us with Noah next to him. Noah has recently been added to the team, with obviously recently decided to play, and we are glad to have him.
Coach Stepp has done a very great job of that recently, getting a bunch of guys who either played soccer when they were younger or never really dabbled with the game and bringing them into playing their first couple high school soccer games here. Torres, back over to Hauser. Hauser to Nunez. Nunez controls. Splits right up the middle. Intercepted by NDCL. Good play by Noah Whistler there.
Noah Whistler with the ball. Up the
Noah.
middle. Trying to gives it to Matthew. Matthew moving up the middle. Stopped by
Matthew, as we know, a lot of speed there. If you can get him in with some open field, very dangerous player. Just developing some foot skills now.
Number 8 takes it outside. Looks for a through ball.
Long ball.
Stopped by Alex Turpin. Alex Turpin, him in a foot race.
Good battle. Ethan Flegel taking it to the outside.
Alex Turpin recently added to the team as well this year. Very effective for us to start.
Yeah, definitely a good-looking young player.
Now it's a good save by Gabe Heskamp. Gabe Heskamp started this year. Very athletic goalie.
Punt there by Gabe Heskamp. Intercepted by the Lions.
Over to Noah Whistler. Good pass to Elliot. Elliot is a freshman this year for the Bengals. Been very effective with the
Very
field goals.
promising.
Fight for the ball. Gabe Nunez steps up. Over to number 18 for NDCL. He crosses it in. Stopped by Ethan Flegel.
Good play there. Hauser stepping up. Taken away by Serrano. Serrano with the ball. Looking for that long ball from Matthew Torres in there.
There goes Matthew. Matthew with some speed. Nice play by Matthew.
Come on, Matt.
Matt staying with them. Out of bounds, Bengals ball. About the Yeah, the 5-yard line.
Will Lloyd, number 30, looking to take the throw today. Will Lloyd definitely and a very improved player throughout this season and last season. Showing some good promise there on that sophomore class.
Back to Alex English. Alex English has some time. Looks for
Looking
a
for that
cross over to
switch.
Elliott. Elliott stepping up to play number 30. Over to Will Lloyd. Will Lloyd tries to put it in.
There's Matthew.
Plays
Good
it in.
look from Matthew.
And that'll be a corner kick for the Bengals. Starting out very aggressive today, Lex. Let's speak a little bit about how Coach Stepp wants us to play.
Yeah, Coach Stepp, as long as you have pressure on the ball, he's usually happy. Keep at least one man on the ball at all times. Just force that other team to make mistakes. That's really how Coach Stepp has been teaching these young men.
Alex English with the corner kick.
Great ball. And
Headed by Matthew
Torres.
Torres. Just a bit outside. That was a good corner by Alex English.
Very
Alex
good.
English is a junior who has really stepped up for us. He's new to the soccer program. He's really been playing well. He plays some varsity time with me and Lex. Hopefully he can improve a lot more and start playing only varsity next year. Be goal kick for the NDCL Lions team.
First look at this Lions goalkeeper leg. Let's see how it is. Great kick.
To the 50-yard line.
Noah Whistler's there. Stopped by the lines.
Great run by Noah Whistler to get back there.
That'll be a Bengals throw in there. Alex English. Great throw.
Over the head of Will Lloyd. Good
And
pressure by Matthew.
there's Matthew Torres with that pressure we were speaking about. Really just forcing them to make mistakes, even if it ends up being their throw-in. Just keeping that pressure is really important to this young team.
Number 29 being at the line. Great stop by Ethan Flegel, the sophomore. Really been improving a lot this year. Very good 1v1 defender. There goes Jane Hauser.
Hauser with the ball at the 50.
Try to get to Game Nunez.
Tries to spin there.
Looking back for Alex Turpin.
Turpin with pressure on his left side. Just kicks it out of bounds.
Yeah, throwing for NDCL. Been so far a back and forth game, not really controlled by one team.
A lot of play from the 30s.
Yeah.
30.
There's 20s, maybe one close shot from Matthew with the head, but that's pretty much it.
Through Ethan Flegel there. Turpin looks to get it out. Alex English is there. Looks like some miscommunication there from the Bengals. Ethan Flegel there clears it out.
There goes
Looking for Matthew with that
Matthew with
speed.
some speed.
Oh, very close.
Good touch by number 19 to get the ball out. Matthew Torres, definitely the most aggressive player in this JV team.
Number 19 there, Simon Fisher might have just saved the Lions a goal.
Good throw by Alex English. Great touch by Matthew. Looking for a cross. Gets it.
Again, just that miscommunication I think is really killing the Bengals. What'd you say?
Yeah, just some bad touches, bad passes. Looking for a through ball to NDCL. Number 18 picks it up.
Alex Turpin's there.
Nice play by Alex to keep it in front of him. There goes
24, Thomas Villada there.
Good play
There's
by
Noah
Noah
Whistler.
Whistler. Whistler can looking for a through ball.
There's
goes
Matthew with that speed.
And number 25, John Slattery. Sorry if I said your last name wrong, John. Sorry about that.
Will Lloyd here for the Bengals.
Throwing to Matthew Torres. Matthew Torres gets the ball about at the 20-yard line. Hits off as Bengals throwing again. Probably thrown in by Alex English. Alex English has a really good throw. Can get the ball deep down the field. Really is effective for our Bengals team.
67 and cloudy here at Bossu Field. Great day for soccer.
Over to 19. Johan gets a little lazy. Ball is kicked out of bounds.
By number 3, Drazen Musa.
Elliott Traven with the throw.
Matthew looking for space.
Over to the middle. Great throw by him.
Into Nunez. Nunez with Whistler there. Whistler. Still inside the lines 20. Hauser fighting.
Oh, nice play by Hauser. Nice
Oh,
two moves by
my.
Hauser. Cleared by number 19.
Simon Fisher. Simon Fisher clear. Seems to be a large presence there for the Lions backfield.
Nice pass by Ethan Flegel. Get that ball up.
Can hear some encouragement there from the Bengals sideline. Always
Ryan
good to see
Ahi, the
there.
senior, has really been stepping up this year as the leader for this Bengals team.
Through ball there, looking dangerous. Some miscommunication there between the two center backs.
Nice
but
save by Gabe Haskamp. Seems like it's second save of the night. New goalie, but he's done very well so far for us this season. Punt. Looks like he got shanked it a little bit.
settled there by Ethan Scott.
That'd be stepped up, taken by Gabe Haskamp again. Hopefully a better kick this time.
Gabe seems to be having a little trouble with those punts today.
Yeah, he's usually pretty strong with his punts.
Very much
Can
so.
bounce. Number 19 again. Some good ball movement by this NDCL team so far.
Number 8, Jonah Bruss there for the Lions. Again, Gabe Haskamp's right there.
Hopefully this Bengals team can get the ball out and get some offense started.
Hauser's there.
There goes
Torres.
again. Torres with some speed, but takes too big of a touch and loses the ball to Simon again.
Great trap there by Turpin. Keep that ball from going behind him. Hauser there looking for Whistler. Again, cleared out by Fisher.
Look
Hauser.
for the through ball. Hauser takes too big of a kick and hits it right off number 26. Salvatore. The Bengals throw it in again to Jaden Hauser.
This is the easiest game.
Kicked out of bounds. It'll be Bengals ball.
Thomas Vallada there on that kick. Alex English here for the Bengals on the throw-in.
This Bengals team's looking for a lot of through balls and getting too big of a touch. I think it's kind of killing us right now. We need to play some small passes first.
Will Lloyd there on the tip for the Bengals.
That'll be
Lions throw-in.
throwing. Got a nice crowd for this JV game.
Good to see the students come out and support. It's a high ball there, and that'll be a goal kick for the Bengals.
That was a close ball. See how this Bengals team can do on their first goal kick of the evening.
He left after we won our
This is a very strong point of in practice for Coach Stepp. Definitely looking to get some passes in and out of there in the backfield.
Touched by Ethan Flegel. Way to get up the field. There goes to Lloyd. Lloyd accidentally walks away from it. Great play by Nunez to clear that ball out.
Serrano there for the Bengals. English now with the presser.
Right to
Right to
Lloyd.
Lloyd.
Lloyd can't.
Lloyd can't trap it. Torres there on the pressure. Over to number 3, Drazen Musa.
With 24:50 left in this first half, the Bengals are playing a little more defense. NDCL has been controlling the ball a lot more than we have so far. Just too big of a touch, don't you think, Lex?
Definitely. Bengals seem to be controlling there for maybe the first minute and a half to 2 minutes, but seems like communication might be a little lackluster there,
Yeah.
especially between those two center backs being Ethan Flegel and Alex Turpin. Hopefully the Bengals can sort that out a little bit.
Great stop by number 3 for the NDCL. Did get a shot off.
Ethan
Cleared
Flegel
off the
right
back of
off.
Jaden Hauser.
Okay, Pascamp locking that goal down for the Bengals. There's that leg we've been promising.
19 gets a touch. Hopefully Johan can feed.
Johan with a great header there. Whistler with the pressure.
Oh.
There's Whistler.
No,
we
no,
also
Whistler with the fast break. Hopefully he can get something started.
Whistler, quite the athlete, being a basketball and lacrosse player and now a soccer player. That seems to be the story with a lot of these Bengals players. Just so many different sports being played.
How do you get bodied like that?
Matthew Torres playing some aggressive defense.
Good touch by Ethan Flegel there. Clear the ball out. English boxing out there.
Unfortunate. Good touch by NDCL to get the ball out. Back over to 25.
Johan Serrano just barely misses the ball there. Long ball there by the Lions. Looks for number 18.
Good play by Gabe Nunez to use his body. Alex Turpin on
Stepping
the ball
up. Got two people on his left side. Cleared up the field. Now there's a gap there the Lions look to take advantage of. Turpin there right to number 18. Tough bounce there.
Oh, Johan misses the ball. Up for number 8. The shot. Over there.
Just over the crossbar.
Bengals are moving a little slower today. Haven't had a game in about a week, so definitely expected from having a big break. Hopefully this Bengals team can kind of regroup themselves in the second part of this first half.
Johan Serrano clears the ball up there to Matthew Torres. Just pokes it over the head of that Lions defense. Good touch there by Hauser. Over to Torres. Torres. Lloyd on the defense there on 29.
Good play by Gabe again. Gabe Heskamp's been playing some lockdown goalie so far for us this game.
There's another great punt by Gabe Heskamp. Seems to be getting the hang of it now.
There goes Matthew Torres.
Matthew Torres
on a fast break. Matthew Torres can step up and shoot this ball. And there's the goal. Matthew Torres, the junior. Great touch and great goal.
And the students are loving it here at Bossu Field.
Let's go!
Hey, clock.
Matthew Torres?
Hey, with 21:35 left in this first half, Matthew Torres strikes first. Great play by Matthew Torres. Great passing. Obviously started a little slow, but Matthew's really started to pick up the pace for his young Benedictine Bengals team.
Matthew Torres really, I believe he got that pass from, I think, Johan Serrano, but that play was really all off of him. Had a great header there to push it over the Lions defense.
Matthew Torres is a little tired, you can tell, but thanks to him, now we're starting to pick up the pace a little bit.
One man wrecking ball up there. Elliot Traben there. 25, a little bit of a mistouch. Alex English there on the defense. Alex English, nice stop.
Nice play by Alex.
Great move.
Just a little too big of a pass and not really at the guy. Alex English with the throw-in. With 20-40 left in this first half, the Bengals
Great throw.
have really started to pick up this offense.
25 yards there from Alex English.
I cannot throw 25 yards.
Yeah.
Great job blocking.
Pass up the middle to number 3. In the middle. Up looking for a through ball. A little too much on it. It will be Bengals goal kick. This Bengals team is, as we said before, a really young team. So starting off with the goal can definitely lift some spirits and hopefully can continue, maybe hopefully get another goal.
Gabe Heskin here on the kick. Possibly looking for Gabe So Nunez there. Just out of bounds. At about the 20-yard line for the Lions. Close call there for the Lions. They almost had an outside run there for number 19, Simon Fisher.
Now, coming into the game, Anthony Vitelli,
18.
Adon, Don, I do not know how to say his last name.
Rosalos.
Rosalos. Jaden Perez and Peter Dalton.
Peter Dalton and I believe Jaden Perez in their first ever Bengals soccer game, along with Anthony Vitale over there
Yeah,
on
very-
that right wing.
Obviously, had a lot of people join late this year, but obviously a lot more kids. Really helps our program build.
Hey Dad, I'm 3% Sour Patch Kid. Spicy food is like my own.
In there for the Lions. Gabeson Nunez kind of just jogging, almost gave up a good cross there.
Yes. Obviously, taking out Matthew Torres, your most aggressive guy. This is a very different team. Hopefully, these two young strikers can provide some offense for us. Great play by Alex English. Shanks it a little bit. Playing on a little more defensive
Fisher
side.
there with the ball. Fisher controlling it with dominance across the midfield. Oh, Serrano.
A swing and a miss from Johan Serrano. Johan's trying to.
Swinging for the fences, as they
Yeah.
say.
Great kick by Gabe.
Ooh.
Oh, good header.
Wrong word. Wait, isn't that Lawson? Oh my God. It's a poor man's head. How do you know his name? Because I'm friends with him. Those are my gym
Saved by the goalie Heskamp again with 17:30 left in this game.
You ain't about it for a private there. Lawson, number 12 is Lawson. Lawson? It's his last name. Dylan Lawson. Dylan Lawson. Oh, I thought that. Well, if Dylan
Missed. I think that'll be a goal kick for the Benedictine Bengals. With 17:10 left, Elliot Traven comes back and he'll play right mid.
Peter.
Elliot is a very
back there.
continuous, keeps going, doesn't stop very often. Elliot's been very effective for this Bengals team as a freshman.
Very, very promising young player.
With scoring a goal against Vermilion, a very good JV team. He's hopefully can continue this good career. Good stop by Gene Hauser.
Hauser, very aggressive there. Great battle. Come on with the ball.
Stop by Ethan Flegel.
Come on, straight mullet.
Shanked there by the Lions backfield.
Up to number 19.
Through ball over to number 29.
Oh, shoots it over.
Good
Very-
look there for the Lions.
Very promising for them. They just have not hit the net so far this game. They've been connecting with their passes, just not finishing very well. With 16 minutes left in this first half, the Bengals are up 1-0.
Another goal kick here for Gabe Heskamp.
Not much talking. Hopefully the Bengals can pick up vocally because soccer is a very vocal sport. You got to communicate with your teammates a lot.
A lot of coaches love to see that at the JV level for a leader to step up here. We know the Bengals, Jacob Sheen is out. Big leader there for them. Very vocal. Keeps his teammates up. Hopefully we'll see a return here soon for Jacob Sheen. Serrano there. Good move by the Lions.
Over to number 19. Number 19 takes
Oh,
a touch.
missed by 24, and the Lions score.
Number 19, Simon Fisher with the goal. The Bengals and NDCL tied 1-1 now.
15-13 here, left in the first half.
This Bengals team's much different without their junior striker.
Matthew Torres looking to come back in here, along with Noah Whistler. Torres and Whistler taking out Serrano and Hauser.
Hopefully they can spark something new here. Let's see what this Bengals team has been trying.
Interestingly, Matthew Torres there going in at center midfield and keeping the two freshmen at the striker position.
Oh, here's another fast break.
Here's a run.
Number 18.
Elliot
Great.
Traben, great stop.
Great play by Elliot. And that will be a foul on number 10. Number 10. Number 10 is not listed on their roster.
No, I think
Sorry,
number
number
19.
18. Number 18 is Ethan Scott with the foul.
Alex Turpin there on the kick. Not a whole lot of urgency to get to that ball for the Bengals, so
Tested by Matthew Torres. Just missed by Noah Whistler.
Simon Fisher there for the Lions, right into Gabe. Ooh, close
ball.
run there from Thomas Villada.
Let's see what this Bengals team can really produce in this midfield, because we have not been doing very much so far. Noah Whistler with taking the ball. Noah Whistler makes one move.
Noah Whistler,
Oh.
very great athlete. Hoping to just get some soccer skills underneath him. He should be very good there. 18, Ethan Scott on the run. Scott with the cross into Fisher. Fisher can't control it. That will be Bengals goal kick.
This Bengals team with 13:40 left definitely need to start being a little more aggressive and taking a better touch. They haven't really taken a lot of shots on this goalie, and the one shot they did take was a goal. So hopefully this Bengals team can learn and grow, and let's see if they can continue. Oh, right back to Fisher. Matthew Torres takes a step, commits too early. Number 8 about to take the shot. Blocked by Alex Turpin.
Great save by Gabe Heskamp. Another great
save by
save.
Gabe Heskamp. 2 back-to-back. What an athletic play by Gabe.
Crossed in there for Fisher. Fisher, no. And that is off the crossbar.
What a great play by Gabe Heskamp, the sophomore.
Multiple in a row. I mean, just phenomenal saves there for the Bengals. Gabe Heskamp keeping this game at a tie.
Cannot get any better 1v1. That's exactly what Coach wanted out of him, and he got it. Thankfully, this Benedictine Bengals just got saved by their goalie. Now let's see if we can thank him a little bit by scoring another goal. See if Matthew Torres can finish again.
Cross in here for the Lions. Bicycle kick by Fisher. 2 heads in a row.
3 heads. Couldn't clear the ball.
Got to clear the
Matthew
ball
Torres
out there.
clears the
That should be
ball.
cleared out by Matthew Torres.
Definitely not a lot of talking. Hopefully this Bengals team with 12-20 can really start to do something.
Another corner kick here for the Lions. That appears to be Jonah Bruss on these corners. Great corner there from the Lions. A lot of elevation, really just close there on the back post. Bruss with the kick.
Hits it in, and that goes over the net.
Very close call there. These corners, the Lions seem to be thriving off these corners. It's definitely something the Bengals will want to watch out for.
Definitely not clearing the ball, not talking. Definitely need to be a lot louder. It's a very quiet game so far for this Benedictine Bengals with 11:30. Hopefully they can start changing pace here. Hopefully Matthew Torres can be a leader and start talking to the guys.
Tough kick there from Flegel.
Over to Matthew. Matthew back to Adon. Adon over to Matthew.
Matthew with
some
that speed. Runs a man over, and he will get called for a foul there.
Matthew Torres is a very strong kid.
Shown there on the field.
Shown there on the soccer field.
20, number 26, Salvatore Lesetse. Sorry if I mispronounced that.
With 10:40 left.
Wow, great kick. Right into Gabe Heskamp's hands. Heskamp coming out, challenging that ball. Giving out the authority that was his.
Another punt. Goal versus time. Good touch by Matthew Torres.
Right to Anthony Vitale. Vitale with the pressure there. Vitale, another new player here. Vitale, a senior. Just testing out here what Benedictine has to offer for him.
There goes Matthew again. Matthew takes too big of a touch, and there defenders kick it right out. Over on the left side. Great step by Elliott. Over to Anthony.
Vitale having trouble settling that ball down.
Pressured into the corner. Emerson makes a turn. Very passive. Oh, wow.
Nice move there.
Really got
from
him
the
jumping
Lions.
there. Oh, another good move by number 26.
That might be a play we want to watch out for here the rest of the game.
Yeah, really overcommitting right now. Great put in the middle by Ethan Flegel. Alex Turpin hits it up. Hopefully he can get it out of the back into the box. Alex Turpin had, and that will be Bengals ball. Kind of threw his elbow out there. We got Johan Serrano, Jaden Hauser, Will Lloyd, and Gabe Nunez seem like they're being back in the game very soon. Over to Anthony. Anthony takes a touch. That would be Bengals ball, I believe. Yes, Bengals ball. Now it'll be subbed in. Taken out of the game will be a Don. Matthew will be pushed up to striker. Hopefully they, with 9 minutes left in this first half, with Bengals tied.
Get some
1-1.
momentum going throughout the half.
Yes, hopefully Matthew Torres can score us another goal.
You said something.
Start something good. With number 19 out there, he's been really against Matthew and stopping Matthew pretty well. So hopefully we can get feed Torres and see what he can do.
So Nunez there with the great battle there. Over to Torres. Torres takes it to the outside. Will Lloyd is there. Torres turns back.
Too much of a touch, and 37 stops it right away.
Alex English here with the ball with 8:25 left in this first
There
half.
goes Torres. Torres coming outside.
Torres with space. Torres taking space.
Just misses it. Torres had speed and almost got it, pulled it off.
Alex English is there. Takes that ball. Has space. Looking for Whistler. So Nunez there under pressure. Whistler with nice touch throughout.
26 down the line. 26 feeds. Number 18. Gives it back to him. Nice
Back
given
to
goal they had.
number
At least
18.
they're chasing him down. Alex Turpin stops it. Might have to feed the goalie. Nice turn by Alex Turpin.
Simon Fisher there on Turpin's back. Simon seems to be a very heavy offensive presence there for the Lions.
Definitely. Johan Serrano has the ball. Feeds Matthew Torres. Matthew Torres is playing a little bit slower.
Breathing a little heavily there.
Yeah. Definitely has to see if he can try to push him and force him one way. There goes Lloyd.
Will
plays
Lloyd, nice. Oh, man. Will Lloyd almost had a nice... almost had some space there, but got to move on.
Over. Great play by Flegel. Way to get the ball out. Great touch.
Alex
by
English,
him.
nice touch.
There
Will
goes
Lloyd is
Lloyd.
there.
There goes Johan.
I see the idea there. Over to Johan. That's good. That's good to see from this young
With
Bengals
7
team.
minutes left in this first half. The Bengals and NDCL are still tied.
Scott Fisher.
Great play by Gabe again. This Bengals team has been letting NDCL make some plays around them. Hopefully they can start something. With 6:45 left. Matthew Torres has been getting some time, and he could possibly get another goal. Hopefully he can before this second half starts, because we do need him for the other two halves of our varsity game.
As you know, the OHSAA only allowing any given player to play 3 halves at a time. That's just there for player safety, but gives players some time to develop in JV while pushing themselves at the varsity level.
Oh, almost not saved by Gabe Heskamp. Matthew Torres steps. Will Lloyd.
Miscommunication
Yeah,
really seems to be hurting these Bengals.
yeah. With 6 minutes left in this first half, NDCL has been really controlling so far.
Ethan Flegel there appears to be boxing out that NDCL.
Ethan Flegel thought he must have been tipped off NDCL. Corner kicks NDCL is pretty good at, so they might take advantage of us. Hopefully not.
Jonah Bruss again on this corner kick. Very good leg from Bruss today. Can clear the net by many feet to have these great corner kicks. Bruss with the ball in. A little bit lower than normal.
Nice play
Gabe
by
Heskamp
Gabe.
coming out, really just showing his authority there.
Nice
No
play by
Whistler.
Noah. Way to step up to that ball.
Nobody around him. That'll be number 3. Drazen Musa for the Lions. Back to number
Matthew
11.
Torres has some speed. He could beat him.
Matthew Torres, same spot he scored in earlier. Looks for the cutback. For
Over to
Whistler.
Noah. Noah, Whistler misses it.
Nunez
Gabe
is there.
Stepped up to
Will
Lloyd.
Lloyd.
Lloyd back to Nunez, and that's kicked out of bounds with 5 minutes left in this first half. Torres is very tired. Hopefully this Bengals team can push and stay in their side of the 30 for a bit longer. Over to
Hauser there, taking the touch to the inside. Through ball for the Lions, stopped there by another through ball. Dangerous looking play here. Gabe Heskamp coming out.
Play by Gabe Heskamp again.
Heskamp looking to get this game going. Taking that quick punt there. Noah Whistler. Trapped by the Lions. Lions number 8 there.
Nice.
Great block by Serrano. Cross in. Nobody is there for the Bengals. Little collision there from Gabe Heskamp. Gabe being very aggressive, just coming out of the 6 yard down to the 18. Very comfortable with that. Just good to see from a young goalkeeper.
A touch for Torres there. There seems like NDCL is running a lot of through balls here.
NDCL inside the Bengals 18. Great shot there from the Lions, but just a little high.
Yeah, it's kind of been a story for NDCL so far this game. They've had some good chances, just have not hit the net.
3:25 left here in the first half. At a cloudy day at Bossu Field.
Yeah. What a fall evening for some soccer.
Very much so. Temperatures cooling down here. Great weather for soccer.
With 3:10 left in this first half, let's see if Matthew Torres can start something for us when he has to leave.
Bengals and Lions are tied 1-1 here. Winding down this first half. Elliot Traven there loses the ball. Fisher there for the Lions. Fisher at the hashes. That appears to have tipped off of
Alex Turpin. See if we can hold them off for 2:45 left. Will Lloyd steps back into the box. Seems like everyone will be stepping back into the box besides Noah Whistler.
Bruss here again on the kicks. Will Lloyd stepping up to the short. Another dangerous looking corner there, but Torres seems to have come out of the scrum with it. Hauser there. Alex English clears it out.
With 2:10 left, Noah Whistler has the ball.
So Nunez. Oof.
He gets up a little slower. With Noah Whistler playing some good defense over
Serrano there.
over everybody. Number 29's got some space.
Oh man.
With the second goal for NDCL tonight with 1:51 left. It's a great cross by the NDCL team. Hopefully these Bengals can get a goal before this half ends.
You would love if you were the Bengals to carry that momentum with you through the half.
Yeah, most definitely. It's all about momentum and how well the Bengals are just playing a little slower today. Hopefully we can change that. Back to Jaden Hauser.
That was Simon Fisher on that goal. Dangerous looking player. Knew it would bite the Bengals here soon. There's Alex English with that clear out there. Will Lloyd slowing down a little bit, but
With 1:20 left in this first half, Flex, what do you have some advice for this Bengals team?
if I had to say one thing to this Bengals team, it would be communication, and if you're tired, get off the field. It's really important that you always have fresh legs, or you're never holding back the team if you're staying on the field. You want to make sure when you're out there, you're playing hard and always adding something new to that squad. But I think communication is key here for these Bengals.
Definitely playing not as aggressive as I thought they would start off as.
Another chance here for the Lions. They seem to be very much controlling the Bengals here.
Definitely with 45 left in this first half. The Bengals have definitely started to slow down a little bit. Starting off with a goal. Hopefully with this end they can end strong and not force another goal.
30 seconds here left in this first half. Gabe Heskamp looking to get one last rush before this half is over. Matthew Torres doesn't step to it quick enough. Will Lloyd is there. Good touch by Lloyd. Lloyd still on the outside, controlling number 3.
With 10 seconds left.
Big punt there from Gabe Heskamp, and that will wind down the first half here.
So that is the first half of the Bengals. NDCL leads 2-1. Anything you'd like to say before we have to go start warming up?
Bengals looking a little slow out there to start, but I think as long as they have a little bit more communication, long as they're, communicate, that's really all I can say. Communication for these young teams is very important, so.
All right, well, thank you for listening for the first half. I'm Ryan Karras, and this is Lex Hur, and we have to go warm up for our varsity game.
Well, that was Ryan Karras and Lex Hur speaking for this JV commentary, and of course they just said they have to go warm up for varsity. We're going to take a little break here. We'll be back with some second half action of JV soccer. Be back in about 9 minutes. We'll see you then.
You don't want the underarm, do you?
No, it goes hard, but like warm.
Right. No, like usually like I have to like here and it hit here. To the inside. I mean, I would look at that's him with that giant thing of hair down. Or one of the kids with the giant. Number 19.
That's a good throw.
And we're back for this second half of JV soccer action. Bengals currently down 2-1 to the NDCL Lions. Those two goals, I believe, came from midfield defender Simon Fisher. And the Bengals' goal, of course, came first in the first half from Matthew Torres. Lions definitely seemed to control the ball a lot in the second half, especially towards the end. And they were getting a lot of shots on goal, and they really cut out the work for sophomore goalie Gabe Heskamp, who is first year here on the Bengals after playing freshman football last year. And Gabe Heskamp making his way back into the goal, and the Bengals have switched sides. It looks like Bengals are starting out with Frederick Bonner up there at the top. I don't think he saw any action in the first half. They probably want to save him for some varsity. It looks like he's out there. That makes me doubt that we'll see Matthew Torres for the rest of the game. And it looks like Anthony Vitale is there up front on the left side. And on the far side, that's Gabe Sonunez. Behind them is Johan Serrano and Jaden Hauser. And then Alex English and Noah Whiting and Elliot Traben in the back. And rounding out the back for the Bengals, looks like that's junior Alex Turpin, who's also first-year player for the Bengals. Standing next to him is Ethan Flegel, the sophomore. And, of course, in the very back is the aforementioned Gabe Heskamp. Number 24 on the NDCL team, it's Thomas Vallata. Kicks back. And NDCL starts by controlling the ball. That's Hauser gets a foot on it, and it's back to Alex English. But NDCL picks up the ball. And Gabe Heskamp comes out, and he's got it. Gabe's been very aggressive back there, and he's had to be, because NDCL's gotten off a lot of shots on goal as they lead 2-1. And he punts it over the midfield, and that's Simon Fisher, goal scorer for the Lions. And 29 there. Brennan Burke makes a nice little spin move, but Bonner and English are able to corral him. And that's going to be a Bengal throw. And Alex English is going to throw it in for the Bengals here. And it's all the way over. Looks like that was meant for Johan Serrano, but Jaden Hauser is able to pick it up. And he kicks it up to the right side, and there's Gabe Sonunez. And that's Bengal throwing as the NDCL Lions smartly kick it out. Allow themselves to regroup. Gabe Sonunez, and there's Noah Whiting calling himself open. And it looks like he couldn't quite get the proper form in, and that's going to be an NDCL throw. And NDCL tosses it in. That's number 3, Drazen Musa. And he's controlling the ball in the midfield. He's got some nice foot skills. And they punt it up. And 24's got an open. Oh. And that's a goal from Thomas Vallata. And NDCL just had a nice little sequence there. And Vallata was able to get free around Ethan Flegel. And that's going to be another goal for NDCL, and they're going to increase their lead here in this JV matchup to 3-1. Bengals are going to be having conversations back there. Turpin looks like he's talking to Noah Whiting. And can't get frustrated here. You got to just get with it and start scoring. Jaden Hauser kicks it up to Johan Serrano. And there's Frederick Bonner, who just kicks it back to the NDCL. And NDCL is controlling the ball on their right side, on the near side of the field. And Whiting's kicking it back to Flegel. And looks like that's going to be a corner kick for NDCL. And joining me now is our cameraman for the first half, sophomore Kenyon Green. Kenyon, how was your first experience doing soccer there?
My first experience, it was difficult, but I enjoyed it very much. Now I get to enjoy commentating for the second half of the JV game.
And here comes Musa with the corner kick, and he, and that was really, that was expertly done by Musa.
Great
and,
play.
And Simon Fisher, that's going to be a hat trick for him. That's his third goal. And that's going to put NDCL up 4-1 here.
Great game by Fisher. He's playing a great game so far.
He's been in the right place at the right time. He put a great head on it, and that was an incredible corner kick. That was just really well played.
The Lions have been executing very well this entire game. The Bengals need to pick it up a little bit if they have ever a chance to come back in this game.
Well said, Kenyon. And that's going to be white throw. And NDCL gets it in, and that's Fisher. But Frederick Bonner picks it up. Bonner, also a cross-country athlete, so he's got stamina. And he's still working on the foot skills. He's also a first-year player. And there's Gabe Heskamp coming out of the goal. And Gabe Heskamp, he's not going to let those goals bother him. He's still going to go to work. He's still going to be aggressive out there like he has been all game.
Yeah, in the first half, Gabe Heskamp had a great first half. Even though there were 2 goals, he was still very aggressive. He's been a little quiet so far. I expect him to step it up after those 2 goals.
Yeah, it's tough to give up 2 early first-half goals and get yourself into a 4-1 hole here, but Bengals are going to figure it out. And there's Traben, Elliot Traben throwing it in. We saw him in the first half, and Hauser gets it over to Vitale. But NDCL is going to get it back. And Flegel just gets it out of there. And that's Gabe Nunez over on the far side. But NDCL tries to punt it out.
Number 13. No, that's not 13.
Well, that's all right. And Musa kicks it up over to the near side. And that's
good block.
Alex English getting some contact there.
Alex English has had a very solid game so far, I will say.
And that's Brennan Burke for the NDCL. He's throwing it in. They're not going to be able to control it. That was kicked out by Thomas Vallada, who, of course, scored that first goal for the NDCL Lions early in the half. And he's going to look for another one here. And the Bengals are going to have to try and get themselves back in it.
Gabe Heskamp with the goal kick.
And he gets it over to English on the butt. That's intercepted.
Oh. He had the chance to get another goal, but it's too far off to the right.
Yeah, Brennan Burke, he could have tried to get it to his teammate, but you just saw him say, I want one. That's all right. You know, if they're going to play, they're going to think this lead is safe, which it might be, it might not be. You'd like them to take those type of chances. And you like the Bengals to just stay steady, try and get themselves a goal here. Just trying to get the next goal and play defense.
And there's a whistle.
Looks like that's going to be a Bengal free kick. And Turpin, the first-year Bengal player, I believe he was a transfer last year, Kenyon. And he's going to come up with a free kick.
First game transfer. He's doing solid so far. I think with how young this Bengal team is, there's going to be mistakes. You just have to stay composed.
And it's always tough on the JV squad.
Noah Whistle with the ball. Kicks it over there. NDCL and Benedictine are fighting for the ball. Benedictine has it. Now number 29 for NDCL has it. Now NDCL still has it. Number 3 has the ball. 3. NDCL has the ball. Has it to number 29. Trying to get past Alex English. Jane Hauser guarding. Now stolen by the Bengals.
Traben's able to get a foot on it, but the ball's in the air.
Jane Hauser fighting for it.
And the Bengals are able to get it back. But NDCL's controlling again. And that's Elliot Traben with an aggressive move I believe that's going to be NDCL throw on the Bengal half.
I want to see if the Bengals have a little more fire left in them. There's 28 minutes and 30 seconds left in this game.
Looks like Jaden Morasso. I apologize, Jaden. Don't know how to say your name, but he's coming in for the NDCL side. That's number 27 on white. And he's going to come in, and it looks like 18, Ethan Scott making his way off the field. And NDCL throws it in. And Noah Whiting's able to get a foot on it. Over to Johan Serrano and Alex English, but not able to control after the pressure by NDCL. And they're going to have the opportunity to throw it in.
Nice header by English.
And NDCL volley in.
Oh, NDCL had a chance there.
Fisher still has it, looking for goal number 4. He's making moves. Oh, that's a great pass. That's a great pass to the backside to Thomas Vallada for his second goal.
Great execution there by NDCL.
Yeah. Simon Fisher didn't let himself get frustrated. And he controlled the ball, and he found Vallada on the backside, who was wide open there. And great execution, great play. And that's going to put NDCL up 5-1 here.
Johan Serrano with the ball. That's it to Will Lloyd, who's been in the game.
That's
Number 29 with the ball. English guarding. ISO. English with good defense. Good defense by English.
That's got to be Jaden Perez there in for the Bengals. Number 8. You know that, Kenyon?
No, I don't know.
Yeah, he looks like a new freshman.
New freshman.
Or maybe that's, oh no, that's Aiden Rosales. There we go. And looks like that's going to be a corner kick.
Now, from what I've heard, the NDCL has been very good on their corner kicks today.
Grayson Musa gets the short corner in. And NDCL gets a shot off. And there's Gabe Haskamp with a save. Ooh, a little fumble, but he's got it.
Gabe Haskamp not flustered at all by those 3 goals. Still fighting hard. Good kick by him.
That was a nice boot, Kenyon. You're right. But Musa has the ball, and he plays it back to his defender, and he's got it again.
Oh, yeah.
Nice little move. And
we go running to the ball.
That was a nice through ball. And if number 29, Brennan Burke, was sprinting, he might have been able to get there, but he really would have had to put the Jets on for that.
Yeah. Fuego was already close to getting it.
Yeah, Fuego with a nice play. And Heskamp lining back up for the goal kick.
I want to see that leg from Gabe Heskamp here. Number 8 has the ball.
And NDCL's got it back. You're right.
Johan. Good steal by Johan. Johan Serrano.
And that's Peter Dalton, the freshman on the far side.
Quick throw in. Ooh, trip up.
I think that's going to be Bengal ball. And that's going to be another goal kick by Gabe Heskamp. Gabe Heskamp, a lot of saves today. He had that beautiful 3-save sequence in the first half that Kenyon on camera caught for us.
Tremendous save by Heskamp.
And
top plays of the game for the Bengals.
Now that's for sure. Besides the Matthew Torres goal.
Matthew Torres.
And NDCL making its move
English
here.
with the ball.
Very nice.
English running with it. And then gets stolen by the Lions.
And that's 19. Simon Fisher again. But
Fisher having himself a game today.
yeah. And the Bengals have the ball again. They're trying to make a move on the NDCL side of the field. They haven't been there very much this half.
Number 29 is down for the Bengals, but he gets up very quickly.
Yeah,
Getting them bruises off the knee.
That's Elliot Traben there, the freshman. Looks like they're calling the lines there for the foul. Traben shaking up a little bit, but he's tough.
Yeah.
And Flegel's going to take the free kick.
Let's see if the Bengals can make up a little run here with 23 minutes and 35 seconds left in the game.
And that's what they need to do, Kenyon. You're right.
No, Whistler out of his reach.
Simon Fisher looking for the ball, calling for it. If he can get another touch on it. But
Good boot to get out of there.
Turpin not letting Fisher get by him that time. And there's Turpin again with his foot on it.
Good job by Turkin.
That's Turpin, Kenyon. Don't
Sorry
worry.
if I said your name wrong there. Good save by Gabe Heskamp.
There it is.
And a good kick by him as well.
Yeah, he's had some inconsistency on those boots, but he's got it there. That's Dylan Lawson up there on the far side. We saw him in the first half, too. He's a freshman.
A lot of freshmen on this JV team.
Oh, that's typical, Kenyon.
That's true.
Can I be the cameraman?
Oh, Fuego guarding. Fuego, good start.
And he's got it out. And Traben there with the follow-up, but NDCL's going to throw it in. That's going to be 32, Nicholas Richards.
Good kick by Fuego.
Nice.
To get it out of there. I think that will be Bengal ball.
I think you're right, Kenyon. Looks like Traben's going to come over for the throw. And Aiden Rosales up there.
Traven will be throwing the ball again. Johan Serrano.
Looks
No,
like that
Whistler.
went off his arm a little bit, but ref's going to let that play on.
And Johan kicks it out of bounds.
Good thing he didn't kick it over the fence, Kenyon. We wouldn't see that ball again.
It will be going out into the middle of the nowhere, possibly the streets.
And looks like, I think that's Fisher over there on the far side. Hard to see numbers from this distance. Actually, that might be 29, not 19. And it's a big throw in, but Flegel gets a foot on it.
Another good play by Fuego. Fuego's had some good kicks this half.
There's Lawson making a move, looking for his Bengals. Yeah, I think he had Johan Serrano open, but tried to take it himself.
Hauser gets tripped up.
Yeah, a little push off the ball, but you're allowed to do that up to a point. And here's Flegel.
Fuego getting it to Gabe Heskamp.
Our referee didn't count that as a pass, which is nice. And Heskamp's able to pick it up with his hands and get a boot on it. And NDCL's got it in their half. Rosales looking for it.
Passing it back to their goalie, which is
Will Lloyd's looking to put some pressure on, but NDCL still going to control it. And they're not able to
Johan
keep
with the
it.
chance to score for the Bengals. And it gets stopped. But it's going to number 8.
Yeah, that's the freshman, Aiden Rosales. And he's holding his head in his hands. He'd like that back, but that's all right. That's why you play. You get more chances.
Blank will be kicking it in. Johan Serrano with the ball.
The Bengals, that first touch on this JV squad, they're putting a little bit too much mustard on it, and they need to be able to control the ball better, get it to their players. Instead, a lot of kicking to the NDCL Lions when they need to be controlling the ball.
Yeah, Matthew Torres is not going to be playing for this half as he is preparing for the varsity game, which will be happening right after this game.
Yeah, Torres. They're definitely missing Torres out there. And it's nice to see him get some JV work. Torres, I know, has at least one goal this year on the varsity squad, and he'll probably play up there on the forward end today. Torres, of course, plays on the JV basketball squad last year. He's going to, of course, look to make the varsity team, get some varsity minutes on basketball.
Multi-sport athlete.
And he's a first-year player for the soccer team this year, but he has played well. He's got good instincts and great speed.
Yeah, good kick out by Noah Whistler. Noah Whistler hustling to the ball, but just can't get it. Draven with the ball. A lot of kicking going on.
You know, in soccer, that tends to happen, Kenyon.
Yeah, but it's not direct kicking.
Heskamp with the big boot. Serrano not able to get a foot on it. Well, there's Noah Whistler coming in. Noah Whistler, also a first-year player for the Bengals as a sophomore, but I like he looks good out there. Looks like he knows what he's doing.
Yeah, he's doing very well so far. Along with playing soccer, he also plays basketball. He was on the freshman team last year. Hopefully to make the JV and possibly varsity basketball this year.
Bengals forced the Lions goalkeeper to do some work, but he's able to pick it up without any issues and get it out of there. And they're making a play.
No, Whistler again.
Yeah, Whistler, he's all over the place right now. It's good. And he's trying to get the ball up to score, but NDCL is able to get it back. Can't do it all yourself, but he's making nice moves.
If we go with a kick out of bounds. Oh, not out of bounds.
Not quite yet. It looks like they're calling Dalton for the handball.
Yeah. 17 minutes left in the game. Bengals still down 5-1. But they're showing a lot of fight.
Yeah, no, they're not giving up here. And I'm pretty sure that's Simon Fisher back there, the Lion who has 3 goals. And and they try and make a play. Flegel, good seal off by Johan Serrano. And
Johan has open field.
He's making a play, but looks like a line coming up right behind him. And that's a great pass over to 8, Rosales. And NDCL is able to get it back. That's Lawson in the middle of the field. Lawson, nice move, gets it over to Johan. Johan to Rosales. But right back to NDCL. It'd be really great for the Bengal morale to just get one more goal here at least.
Yeah, just to boost up their confidence.
Yeah. The JV squad, of course.
Ooh, good block. Good save by Gabe Heskamp.
Yeah, kept himself in position. And
and it seems like Hauser is hobbling.
That was Kyle Leinweiber, who was there on the NDCL side. He wasn't able to get a great piece of contact on it, and Gabe Heskamp's there for the save.
Yeah.
But he's back again. And Traven able to get a foot on it and fights through. Fights through again.
Good play by Traven.
That's got to be Bengal ball.
Sideline.
Oh, it looks like Bengals are making a couple substitutions here.
Yeah, I noticed Jane Hauser was hobbling a little bit after that aim for the goal that Gabe Heskamp saved.
So Gabe Nunez coming into the game, and Anthony Vitale coming in for Will Lloyd. And Traven's going to throw it in for the Bengals. And Johan Serrano. They're over to Gabe Nunez. Oh, there he is, making some moves. Gabe Nunez has really improved since he was a freshman, and he's still getting time here on JV. Hopefully he gets a little varsity time here.
Oh, no.
Flegel not able to seal off.
Good save by Gabe Heskamp.
Yeah, very nice.
Really picked it up since those 3 goals.
Brennan Burke Probably didn't want that near post as much as he did, and Gabe Heskamp is there in position. I think that would have gone off the post if Gabe hadn't been there, but still great to get a hand on it, and it's going to be a Lions corner kick here.
Let's see if the Bengals could defend this corner kick very well.
Flegel and Whistler on the front post. Turpin looking at the back. And Heskamp there to get the ball out. Sun finally coming out here on Bossu Field after raining
been a very
all day.
cloudy weekend.
That sure has. Oh, and there's Rosales getting it down the side. And he saved it. Oh, Gabeson Nunez getting a foot on it. Very aggressive. Turpin defending, and he's able to get it out of bounds for a Lions throw-in. Still 5-1 with 13 minutes left in the second half here of this JV match.
Bengals have showed some promise in this game.
Whistler with the ball. Yeah, they gave up a couple early goals here in the second half, but they played hard for the last few minutes, and it looks like
That's a yellow card.
I don't think it's going to be a yellow, Kenyon, but they are going to call the foul, and that's some nice sportsmanship by 26. Salvatore Lachese? What do you think, Kenyon?
I think it's Lassies.
Lachese? Well, Salvatore, we apologize if we got your pronunciation wrong, which we likely did.
Sincerely apologize.
Sincerely, yeah. But looks like that's going to be a foul on him, but he showed some nice sportsmanship. And looks like Johan Serrano making a kick. But
Kicks it over, and the goalie has to go out to get it.
yeah, like to see somebody make a run there. Nobody really did. Frederick Bonner was back, maybe in position to do something. And there's Whistler again, over to Lawson. Lawson gives it up. NDCL's got it back. But Traben able to pick it up. And there's Flegel. Flegel tried to clear it, but right into NDCL.
Hustle. Good hustle.
Turpin able to get a foot on it. Oof. Dalton clears it to the middle. Not something you want to do, but the Bengals looks like they're maybe going to be able to get it out here. Whistler with a great seal off. That's athleticism right there. There he goes down the field by himself. And there's a nice little move after he stops. Oh, Hauser.
We have a chance.
Oh, no, that's Bonner out there, not Hauser. Bonner putting his hand on his head, because if he had able to get one little touch on that, he would have had a real nice open lane to the goal, but
Yeah.
that's going to go to NDCL.
Yeah.
What are they calling here? Are they
I
calling
think-
offside?
Yeah, they're calling offside
Oh,
here.
I see. They called offsides on the Bengals. Looks like Bonner was offside. He got a little tiny touch on it, and can't do that when you're offsides.
Yeah, you can't really do that in soccer.
Yeah. So, Kenyon, I don't know if you know, you probably do, but for our viewers at home, when you're between the ball, when the ball is played and the last defender on the other side, you can't be there. You got to be either behind the ball or behind the last defender, and that makes you onside. So Bonner must have been behind the last defender when Whistler made that kick on the ball. And there's Johan Serrano. And that's going to be a Bengal throw-in.
Yeah, I agree with what you've been saying here, Mr. Devers. You have to be at a certain position where you have a chance to score the goal.
That's right. Bonner trying to make a move, and NDCL is able to make a play. And that's Burke. And that's Gabe Heskamp defending his territory.
Gabe Heskamp said, "Not in my house." Gabe Heskamp with a great save. Traven gonna throw it in. He's trying to find somebody. Throws it up, but no one's really there for the Bengals. We go come together. Doesn't get it, really. Noah Whistler fighting with hustle. Good defense by Noah Whistler.
Whistler still has it. But NDCL's able to get it back. But Traben's fighting for the ball. And Burke tries to receive, but Fliegel's there playing defense. NDCL has it back. Well, that's a nice cross. No one quite there.
That was a good cross kick. It just wasn't there in time.
Ooh. That was really close by Kyle Lineweber.
The Bengals are lucky on that play. I will say that.
Yeah, he had an opportunity. Gabe Heskamp had good position, but Lineweber's not able to get it on goal. But it looks like must have glanced off a Bengal, because that's going to be an NDCL throw on this near sideline.
Yeah.
And there's Lawson. Lawson got to get it out. And he gets it over to Serrano, and there's Bonner. Bonner gets a foot on it. Lawson coming back into play. He's got nice hustle.
Yeah, Lawson has showed a lot of hustle today.
There's Bonner to Vitale. Vitale gets a foot on it. Just needed one more little touch. And
that's out of
NDCL.
bounds.
Yeah, you're right, Kenyon. Looks like that's going to be Bengal ball.
The sun's really coming out now.
Yeah, sun's really showing itself. You're right, Kenyon. Kind of nice, though. Although you don't want it to get too hot for soccer. Traben there on the near sideline.
And we got a substitution here for the Bengals. Number 8 coming out.
Will Lloyd came back into the game.
No, Whistler with the ball. Cross it over. Got open field.
Whistler had 2 nice touches, and then one touch was a little bit too much. Bonner trying to play defense, but NDCL is back in Bengal territory. There's Lawson. Lawson able to pick it back up.
Like you said, Lawson is showing a lot of hustle today.
That's right.
And the ref blows a whistle.
Looks like NDCL's offsides. Burke was a little bit too eager, and that's going to be Bengal free kick here.
See, now both teams have gone offsides now. Even playing field.
Well, I'd say the referees have called a fair game here. No issues. And NDCL has just played the better game, and they're up 5-1 with 6 minutes left here in the second half of this JV matchup. Legal. Lineweber trying to get a shot off, and Bengals are able to get a body in front. Traben over to Bonner. Bonner had the ball, couldn't quite possess it, but was able to fight, get it back. Vitale trying to get a foot on the ball, and there's Lawson to Vitale. Bonner.
Will Lloyd with the ball. Kicks it out ahead. Fliegel running to get it. Good save by Gabe Heskamp.
Gabe Heskamp, very aggressive there. Nice to see.
Good header. Will Lloyd with the hustle and forces NDCL to go out of bounds.
Will Lloyd.
Will Lloyd is a sophomore here at Benedictine.
Looks like Will Lloyd threw that in. I didn't quite see it go behind his head, but hard to see from back here. We're getting kind of blocked.
Now, Mr. Devers, with 5 minutes left in the game, what do you say the Bengals would need to work on?
Well, I would say the Bengals need to work on possession. Bonner right there is a prime example of what they've done all game. He just sort of kicked it forward. And you need to possess the ball here in soccer. And there's Burke trying to get a goal off, but Gabe Heskamp is there. You can't just throw the ball forward and expect to make plays. And I know that's something that Coach Stepp has been preaching to them. You know, you got to possess the ball, you got to make passes, and you got to connect with each other. And Coach Stepp is working on that with this JV squad. And it's something that's hard to learn because, you know, sometimes you're eager, you want to score, and you just want to get the ball forward, get the ball in enemy territory, and get the ball there, and then run. You can't do that in soccer. You got to possess a little bit. and make plays, make something open up. Can't just play the ball forward all the time. And that's what I would say the Bengals need to work on the most.
One thing you can't deny what the Bengals have done well this game is how hard they fight. They're losing 5-1, but they have still shown a lot of hustle and grit.
Yeah, I agree, Kenyon. They really could have started giving up about 10, 15 minutes ago, but they haven't let up a goal in a while. And you're right, that shows hustle, that shows grit. They're not giving up. Bengals here. And Heskamp's back there to pick it up. Gabe looking to make a big boot.
He's had a couple of good boots today.
Couple good ones, couple ones he'd probably like to have back, but Gabe Heskamp definitely shows a lot of promise as a goalie, and they're going to need him next year when A.J. Green on the varsity squad graduates. Johan Serrano. And Bengals give it the ball. Well, Johan with a nice foot in there, but NDCL is able to get it back.
Oh, that went right through his legs.
But Dalton back there helping out his teammate. And that's a nice pass. Will Lloyd.
And
So Will Lloyd, he had Traben open behind him, and that's what I would say, Kenyon. You got to look. Sometimes you got to look completely backwards, but you can pass it backwards. It's all right.
Yeah, and that comes with more time in practice.
You're right. More experience, and maybe Bengals here will look at this tape and kind of be able to see what they did wrong. Flegel getting outworked a little bit, but he's not going to let that stop him. He's back there making a play on it, and Flegel, the nice play.
And that goes over the goal.
And that was Simon Fisher, the Lion with the hat trick. And he kicked a nice field goal there, but that doesn't count here in soccer. And Gabe Heskamp's going to line up for a goal kick.
With 2 minutes left in the game, the score is still 5-1 NDCL. Coming right after this will be the varsity game between NDCL and Benedictine. Looking forward to that game. Traben with a good defense on number 19.
Still got it. Well, looks like Jaden Hauser's back in the game after walking off hobbling earlier. That's good to see. And there's Fisher on the far side, working the ball with his left foot. And he gets around Dalton. And nice little volley off the back post. That was close. I don't think he was trying for a shot there, but that almost went in.
Another lucky one for the Bengals.
And that way he put that right where Gabe could only get a fingertip on it. And luckily, that's not an NDCL line goal here.
1 minute left in the game.
Lineweber over to Fisher, but Turpin's able to get it. Hauser
Kicks it out of there.
Will Lloyd got to possess here. That's all right. He's making, he gets the ball back. And there it is. Pass back to Traben.
Even though that almost got stolen, that was a good play by Will Lloyd. And
Will Lloyd. And there's Bonner coming up. Johan Serrano's got it with 23 seconds left. Over to Hauser. Hauser trying to possess. Tries to make a move between two lines, but they get it back. Dalton over to Vitale, but NDCL got it back.
And I think they're going to hold it till the final buzzer.
6 seconds left here. I think they're going to try for another shot.
And
there's Heskamp there to save it. Well, Kenyon, final score here from the JV game at Bossu Field. NDCL 5, Bengals 1. And we talked about some of the lessons I think they should learn. Kenyon, do you have any final thoughts about this JV game?
Well, this JV game, a lot to learn for the Bengals, but they showed great heart and fight. Like you said earlier, they could have just backed down earlier, but they continued to show the fight throughout the game. There's some bright stars on this young JV team in Noah Whistler, Bonner.
Yeah, Bonner looked good out there. I'd say Lawson, the freshman,
doing very well.
He showed a lot of promise. Turpin, the junior, he looks like he's ready to contribute on the varsity side. Flegel, Flegel had to do a lot today. And
He
although
did very well in that, I will
the
say.
Lions scored some goals here, Bengals showed some fight, and they're really going to look to play this NDCL Lions team hard on the varsity side. And we're going to take a little break here at Bossu Field. We're going to let the Bengals and the Lions warm up, and we're going to be back with about probably about 20 minutes from now. Let's say that, Kenyon. And we'll be back in about 20 minutes to bring you this broadcast from Bossu Field, Benedictine Bengals versus the NDCL Lions.
He almost get it. I dribbled it up and then mailbox it. Oh! You want a microphone there, Ken? Welcome to beautiful Bossu Field. Home of the Benedictine Bengals. Today's contest, either Latin, what do they call it? Latin,
Driving the activity bus. Well, if you can't find him, just say. Oh, no. Lex got the ball, play.
them taking like the 6.
Good. Good. On the toes, not on the ball. Good. Yeah.
Dude, I wanted that head. Huh? No. I had the ball. I had the ball. Brady.
Good. Good. Move it quick. Move it quick. Good. Hey! Move it. Sharp. Better pass. Let's jump. Let's go.
I look, I stared at it. That's what.
This way. Yeah, this way. You got me. Yes, I change. Well done. Good start. Put up. Well done. That's a good start. I like it. Have to be fully focused for the whole game. Good start. Good. Hey. Yes, good touch in there. Pass. Move it. Get me again. Quicker. First touch.
Danny, sick of blue.
Good. Touch. Come on. Yeah, man. Yes. Love it in there. Yes, you got me. Behind. Good. Yes. Change. Well done. Good stuff. Good. Max. I like it. Just a bit one pass. Doesn't go in. That's fine. Keep it on the floor. Play. Blocking first pass. Come on. Play the ball properly. Come on. That's good. Come on. I didn't get it. What's in that one? Good. There you go. Get on the floor. Play. Who's moving for you? Good. Switch. Yes, good pass. Yeah. Field. Good. Yeah, middle. Down all the way. Easy. Play it easy. Yeah.
Tito. Son.
No, I should be on set, I guess, right after.
first team minutes, and then you switch back around to the down to
Change. First ball back in. Make sure we're moving around. Don't need to stand in the same place. I don't want you guys to stand in the same place. Even if it's 5 yards to the side, that's fine. Play.
And good evening, Benedictine Bengal fans, and welcome to another night of Benedictine soccer here on Bossu Field. Tonight, the Bengals are hosting the NDCL Lions here on Bossu Field. Bengals just had their JV match with NDCL, and NDCL was victorious 5-1. Last year, of course, the Benedictine Bengals, they faced NDCL, and they went to NDCL and they won 3-0 on NDCL's field. And of course, this is a new year, different teams on both sides. This year, the Benedictine varsity squad is 1-2-1. Benedictine's win came against Heritage Christian earlier in the season. And that game, of course, featured a goal from Charlie Roberto at the end, and a goal from Matthew Torres earlier in the game. And, of course, Matthew Torres was responsible for the one JV goal tonight. And NDCL this year, their varsity squad is 1-3-1, but don't let that record fool you. Their win is against Madison in their opener when they won 4-0. And that tie that they had was against Orange. And last year, Orange knocked Benedictine out of the playoffs when the Bengals were making their run. So this NDCL squad, even though last year the Benedictine Bengals beat them 3-0, it's going to be a tough game, and their JV squad was certainly tough. The Bengals this year are coached by Coach Jason Stepp. That's new this year. He's the new head coach here at Benedictine. Of course, last year, coached by Miguel Cora, who retired from coaching for the time being. His sons, Anthony Cora and Christian Cora, contributed a lot to the Benedictine Bengals squad over the years, and we wish them all the best. Anthony, of course, playing at Baldwin Wallace, and Christian is kicking footballs down in Florida. And joining me this night is Kenyon Green, who ran a little camera last game for the JV squad, and he's working now on the broadcast team here. Kenyon, how you doing tonight?
I'm doing very well. Excited for this varsity matchup. It's going to be a good game.
Very nice. Well, I mentioned Christian Cora, who graduated last year. Benedictine graduated a lot of seniors from their soccer squad last year, and that included Andrew Joyce, Will Karras, Jack Karras, Omar Sanders, Corey Fox, Amari Murray, and their goalie, Peter Sturkle. That's the NDCL squad getting hyped up on the near sideline. The Bengals, of course, are already out on the field. The referee is looking to drop the ball. Not sure who gets the ball first. Looks like NDCL is probably going to kick off. Starting for the Bengals, in the back, it's goalie A.J. Green. Looks like in front of him is Bryce Mighton. And there's Ryan Karras and Lex Herr. Of course, looks like that's Bryce Meaton, not Mighton. Sorry, Bryce, if you go back and listen to this game. Thank you, Antonio Torres, on the camera correcting me. Always appreciate a correction. I want to get things right. And back there in the middle for Benedictine is senior James Cole. In front of him is Ryan Karras. And back on the far side, the left side for the Bengals, is Lex Herr. And, of course, Ryan Karras and Lex Herr, they did the first half of the JV game on commentary. And if you want to hear them, you can rewind. But you probably don't want to rewind yet because Bengals are starting off right now.
Don't let this Bengal team fool you. They got some good players on this team.
And there's Ryan Ahi. He's going to pass it off to Bryce Meaton. He's going to throw it in. It's going to be a free kick, actually, and that's James Cole's going to take it. Of course, I mentioned Ryan Ahi, the senior. He played some varsity last year off the bench and started. He did both. And Bengals here already looking to make a play. Oh, that was a nice little kick by Michael Henderson, the freshman back there. And joining him is freshman Merritt Perun over there on the left side. NDCL controlling the ball. And that's Ryan Karras gets a foot on it. And Thomas Maloney getting ahead on it too. Thomas Maloney, the junior, he's played a lot of varsity experience for the Bengals, and they're going to rely on him to make plays tonight. NDCL working up the ball. on their left side, back over to the middle.
So what would you say the keys of the game are tonight for the Bengals if they are to win against NDCL?
Well, Kenyon, I would say ball control is going to be especially important, and they're going to have to work in some good plays, but be patient. And there's Jaden trying to make a play, but NDCL is able to get it back. That's Jaden Harris, of course, the senior. Jaden Harris saw some time last year on the field. He's fast up there, and it'd be nice to see him get a goal for the Bengals. And, of course, there in the middle, directing traffic for the Bengals, is Charlie Roberto, the junior and the captain, and wearing number 1. NDCL controlling the ball in the back and looking to control the ball around, but Charlie Roberto gets a foot on it, but he thought NDCL last touched it, but NDCL is going to get the throw in right here.
Thomas Loney with the ball, trying to get control of it, but NDCL has it. NDCL now with the ball. Bengals now have the ball. Trying to get back up.
Charlie Roberto lays it off to Maloney, and Maloney's able to get the ball and receive it, take it downfield. Maloney, too big of a touch, and the NDCL goalie Jackson Callender is going to get it and throw it out. But Bengals are able to get a foot on it and get it back. Maloney follows it over to Roberto. Roberto, and they're going to call that dangerous play on Roberto. He didn't really kick that high, I thought, but you're not supposed to kick, really, I don't know, above your chest, above your head. Looked like that was kind of at waist level, but they're calling that a dangerous play, and that's going to be an NDCL ball. Maloney's got it back. He's got space in front of him. He's got speed. One touch here. Oh, Maloney, he's got an open field. Maloney with a very nice shot, but just outside the post.
Oh, close. And that was a nice kick by Maloney.
That's Jaden Harris coming over to console him. Maloney's going to have to keep going back at it, keep using that speed. And
you can't let him, that goal can't, you can't let him rattle him.
Ryan Karras telling Thomas to step up, put some pressure on it. And Callender is going to come here with the kickoff. In the back, on the near side, that's Luca Cesar. Or Cesar.
Apologize if we say your name wrong.
Yeah, always the apologies for mispronouncing the names here. And that's going to be NDCL ball. And throwing in 16 Allen Vatendust. Looks like that's the number on the far side, or maybe that's 14. Bengals getting a foot on it, trying to clear it out. Roberto with the soft pressure. And Bengals are playing around in the back, and Roberto is able to pick it up, get a nice little touch, but NDCL gets possession back. Merritt Perun on the far side. Ryan Ahi with pressure. Bryce Meaton. And Lex Harris is able to clear it. Jaden Harris takes it out to his right side, using his speed.
Oh,
and that's going to be a foul there on Luca Cesar. Cesar? I'm going to go with Cesar. I kind of like it.
I like Cesar.
All right, we'll go with Cesar. And Luca, maybe we'll go with just the first name. But Luca's going to get a call for the foul there. He came in hot, and he couldn't quite get there in time to get Jaden Harris off the ball, and that's going to be a foul.
Thomas Maloney with the free kick.
Maloney surveying the field.
And he kicks it right into the NDCL defenders.
A little lower than he probably wanted, and Ryan Karras tried to get another touch on it, but Callender is going to come out of the backfield with the ball. Directing traffic for NDCL.
That was a nice kick.
And he's got a big boot there. And NDCL controlling it. Cesar, Luca back there. He's got it over to number 2, Ryan Sidovic. Wait.
Watch her with the head.
Sitkovic.
Oh, and he kicks it out of bounds. And not over the fence.
Oh, yeah, stays in bounds. Well, in Bossu Field bounds, anyway. And Karras isn't able to control. Sitkovic kicks it out, and that's going to be a goal kick for A.J. Green.
A.J. Green, a senior here at Benedictine. Not only does he play here, he's the punter for the Benedictine football team.
That's right.
Currently going viral on TikTok.
Oh,
for
I
his
didn't know that.
nasty hit against Cleveland Heights.
Oh, I didn't know that. Well, it's always good when the kicker makes plays, and A.J. Green certainly is not a small kicker there for the Bengals. He's not a small punter. He's listed at 6'3". Charlie Roberto controlling the ball up here, and over to Maloney. Maloney, oh, nice little hesitation. Maloney tries to get it into the Bengals, and that's going to be number 10, Jonathan Anthony,
Ryan
getting
Karras
it.
with good kick.
And that's going to go
going out
out.
of bounds.
Very true, Kenyon. And Meaton back there, Bryce Meaton, he's going to control it. And once again, thank you, Antonio Torres, for providing that early correction, because I'm going to be calling Bryce Meaton's name all night.
Very slow start, but both teams are being very aggressive.
There it goes on the far sideline. Cross in. And Ryan Ahi clearing it. And there's Luca back there. Luca is going to throw it into the Bengals. Over to Anthony. And Bengals are going to get it back for a throw-in. Jaden Harris gets a foot on it. Ryan Karras clears it over to the freshman side of the Bengals. There's Merritt Perun trying to keep it in, not able to, and NDCL is going to throw the ball in. 31-46 left here in the first half. Still score 0-0. Not really a ton of shots on goal besides Thomas Maloney's shot, but that was...
It was a very close shot.
It was close, but it was outside the post.
A.J. Green with the kick.
And
let's see if he could get a good boot here.
A.J. Green lining it up. I'd like to see that too, Kenyon. And
solid.
Over to Roberto, and gets a hit on it, and NDCL is going to get it back. Jaden Harris with the pressure. Maloney's got it now. Maloney could have probably taken a little extra touch there, and NDCL has it back. NDCL. Oh, Anthony was open there, and he tried to kick it into the volley, and he skies it over the goal. And
Too much mustard on that kick.
Bengals are lucky. Bengals are certainly lucky because Anthony was really wide open there on the backside, and you know, he made good contact, but too high, too far, and it's going to be a goal kick. A.J. Green stepping back.
Good kick.
And NDCL controlling. And there's Charlie Roberto.
Ryan Karras kicking it off field.
And NDCL is going to get it back. And Maloney fighting for possession with Anthony. Back to Ryan Ahi. Ahi gets it over to Charlie Roberto, who's got NDCL lying right on his back, but he gets it to Maloney. Yeah, that's going to be Benedictine ball. And Maloney's going to throw it in, looking for Roberto. Coming up the sideline, Harris kind of walking, and he gets it into Harris. And they're calling that NDCL handball.
Thomas Maloney getting a lot of touches early on in this first half.
And they're going to rely on him a lot. He makes things happen. He's athletic, and you already saw it with his first shot on goal where he made that happen with speed. Ahi coming up on the near sideline. Cole kicking the ball.
Good kick by Cole.
Harris receives it. Calling that an NDCL kick. I'm not quite sure why play stopped there. And Calendar is going to come back, and he's going to kick it off. He looked like he was going to make a quick play there, but Callender surveying the field. Ahi getting a body on it. Very nice. And NDCL's got it again. And that's over to 15, Aiden Trapoto. And that's going to be NDCL ball. And running over to take that throw in is Zachary Krisner. Krisner throws it in over his head. And that's going to be, it's got to be a goal kick, right?
Goal kick for the Bengals.
There we go. Looked like the referee was pointing his flag towards the Bengals sideline, but that's definitely a goal kick off that inadvertent header.
Let's see if the Bengals could get a goal on the board.
I'd like that too, Kenyon.
Legs hurt down there retrieving the ball.
And he just lets it run out of bounds, and that's going to be a goal kick again for A.J. Green.
All right, A.J. Green kicking it over to Charlie Roberto. Charlie Roberto, and the ball goes out of bounds off the Bengals. NDCL will be throwing it in. NDCL will be throwing it in over to number 13, Maloney guarding both defenders. It's rolling out of bounds, and it will be Bengals ball, as A.J. Green will kick another goal kick. He's had a lot of those so far.
He sure has, Kenyon. And there's Merritt Perun on the far side for the Bengals, the freshman. But NDCL's going to get it right back. A lot of bodies in there. NDCL gets a shot on goal.
Good save by A.J. Green.
And AJ, I don't know why AJ had to go down, but they're calling that, well, looks like the NDCL line was in his space, and AJ had every right to defend his territory. He's the goalie. He's allowed to do that. And
again, a tremendous save by A.J. Green.
It sure was. He was right there, and that was a hard hit ball, and he got his arm right on it. And that's what you got to do back there and play aggressive as goalie. And Roberto gets it up to Harris. Over back to Roberto. Very nice play here.
Very
Roberto
good pass.
Gets it to Merritt Perun. Back to Roberto.
Roberto with the shot. And that is a goal for the Bengals.
Charlie Roberto puts it in the back of the net, Kenyon. That's what you love to see. That was Charlie Roberto there. Charlie Roberto with the goal. And they're going to rely on him all season for goals, Charlie Roberto.
Boys, ball on the floor, start moving it. We look good when we move it.
With 25 minutes and 20 seconds left, it is 1-0 Bengals.
Very nice job, Kenyon. Very true. And Benedictine will work with the lead here.
Nice header.
Ahi with an aggressive header. Gotta love it. And you know that doesn't feel good. That one's got to hurt, but Ryan Ahi's going to put his body in there every time. Roberto on defense. And that's going to go back. And A.J. Green is there, sure-handed. He's got the ball. Cole directing traffic in the back.
Good boot. But it goes straight to the NDCL.
Ryan Karras making an aggressive play there. And that's Michael Henderson, the freshman. And he gets it over to the far side for the Bengals. Ooh, Jaden Harris, they're going to call it. Yeah, they're going to call that against the Bengals there. Harris tried to make a play on the ball, ran right into the NDCL player.
Came in too aggressive on that.
That's 23 on the near sideline. That's Luca. He looks a little shaken up. I think Harris gave him a little apology there. And he's walking up. And he's ready to go again, which you'll love to see. You don't want to see anybody get hurt out here, Kenyon.
Safety first.
That's right. Luca back with the ball. Gets it in. And Bengals are able to put a body on it. And A.J. Green looking to move it up to Maloney. Maloney with Luca on him. Makes a move off. That was 12. Andrew Gibson got the ball away from Maloney, and NDCL's working back at it in Bengal territory. And there's Merritt Perun. Oh, good little play there. Up to Charlie Roberto, and great through ball.
Look at the speed. Oh.
Gotta hand it to Callender there for coming out. But Harris with the hustle.
You could see the speed there with Harris.
Oh, yeah.
But the goalie got there before him.
Jaden's got a lot of speed, but Callender made a good play on the ball. And Roberto is able to...
right back.
Roberto smartly taking another touch, bringing it back to the middle. Over to Maloney. Maloney.
Another chance, and good block by Chancellor.
That's Jackson Callender there in goal. That's
Apologize.
That's all right, Kenyon. I've gotten plenty wrong tonight. Callender making the throw, and he's going to boot instead.
That's the second goal attempted by Thomas Maloney.
I like that opportunity, Kenyon. He made a good shot. I mean, like, it didn't have the greatest force behind it, but you got to take that shot.
And that is going to AJ Green.
And Green looks like he's going to come out with it. Is that a goal kick? Hard to tell there if it went out of bounds. Looks like that's going to be a goal kick.
Thank you, Torres.
And Antonio Torres confirming. And NDCL is going to make a substitution here. And coming off the field,
Number 15.
yeah, number 15, Aiden Trapoto. And I didn't see who went on, but the Bengals have the ball.
And the Bengals kick it out of bounds, and the NDCL is going to throw it in.
That was Michael Henderson, who was trying to make a play, but it's out of bounds. And NDCL's got it right back. NDCL calling for the switch.
Maloney coming in aggressive.
Luca going down again. And they're calling that.
Both Maloney and Avi coming in aggressive on that play.
Ryan Ahi pointing at Jonathan Anthony. And there's Meaton back there to get him. Roberto kind of defending up here.
Good catch by AJ Green.
That was a really nice free kick by Ryan Sikovic and an even better save by AJ Green.
AJ is very athletic for his size.
AJ, he's obviously, we already mentioned him being a punter on the football team, but he's also a really nice lacrosse player. Plays defense, but he scored some goals for the Bengals in their playoff win in the first round of lacrosse last spring. And here's Jaden Harris with the ball.
Jaden Harris loses control of the ball.
Yeah,
and NDCL kicks out of bounds.
He had a lot of defenders surrounding him. He kept control for a while. It's going to be a Bengal throw, and that's Michael Henderson. Throwing into Merritt Perun. Perun to Roberto. Roberto waiting for something to develop. To Maloney.
Maloney! Another goal for the Bengals. You know Maloney's been waiting for that goal all night.
Wow. Charlie Roberto with great patience there. He didn't try to force anything. He held back just long enough. And there's Thomas Maloney there with the goal. Thomas Maloney, right place, right time, coming in, waited patiently, and he just put it in the back of the net. Didn't need to boot it hard. He just put it right in. And that's Maloney with his first goal of the night. And the Bengals are now up 2-0 here in this first half with 19:56 remaining.
I love how Maloney didn't get settled by those first two attempts. He got the third attempt, and he made it count.
That's right. Over Michael Henderson's head, but Ryan Karras's got it back. Karras controlling the ball.
Very patient.
Back to Henderson.
These Bengals are very patient with the ball.
Yeah, you can definitely see the difference between the varsity players and the JV. The varsity are a little more seasoned. They understand that you got to let stuff develop. just like Charlie Roberto did on that goal play there. And that's going to be NDCL's throw. And looks like that's Luca coming in to throw. And Jordan Anthony going out for him. And that was Andrew Gibson who kicked it back to Luca. And the Bengals have it back.
Good kick out of there.
Meeting the sophomore, kicking it out, just clearing it.
Ryan Karras with the hustle.
Yeah, he got his body on it. I think he might have been maybe afraid for a split second that they were going to call a handball because it was kind of his upper arm, but NDCL's got it back.
Oh, Maloney.
Touches it back. Not the pass that they wanted, but Luca is able to pick it up, and NDCL is working it back in the Bengal front half. Pass back to Anthony. Back to Luca. Luca skies it in.
And AJ Green with the nice snag.
Yeah, that's exactly what it was, Kenyon. He had to snag it right there, and he did. And he boots it out.
And a nice booter with that.
Shows those punting skills, right, Kenyon? Wow.
Those very good punting skills.
That's
and Harris with the physical play there. Knocking down number 6, which is Frank Coto, the 4th.
Yeah, Frank Croto there. And Callender's looking to make the free kick. 17:48 here, left in the first half. Bengals up 2-0. And
That
that's
looks to be
Ryan
off of
Ahi.
NDCL. Will be Bengals ball.
I think it was.
Thrown in by Bryce Meaton.
Anthony going down after some incidental contact. Oh, the referee did not like Jordan Anthony. Ryan Ahi kind of walked into him, very softly. And the referee, he's not calling that. He's not playing that game. He's not looking at flops. And he gave Anthony a caution, or he said if he did it again, it would be a caution. And just a little
trash talking in there, but you always want to be respectful.
That's right. And Ryan Karras trying to get the ball off the NDCL player.
Ryan Karras with the kick.
Number 9, Joshua Cardoon. Cardoon looks really
good
tall in
defense
there.
there by the Bengals.
And that's going to be line throw.
Lex Hurd kicked that out of bounds.
Referee calling is that a yellow card?
That is a yellow card.
Called a yellow one. Number 2, Ryan Sikovic. Not really sure why. Referee must have heard something he didn't like. You hope the Lions can keep their composure here, not because we at Benedictine want them to win, but we just want there to be a nice game, clean game on both sides. And the referee's calling a yellow, but NDCL is going to get the ball. And that's Michael Henderson making a play in there, but NDCL is going to get it right back.
Michael Henderson has made some good plays here tonight so far.
Yeah, he's getting his foot on the ball. It's good to see from a freshman. Maloney with the ball. Nice little step over move.
You see some space and he was a little too aggressive on that play.
That went right into number 12, Andrew Gibson's face on NDCL. That cannot feel good. And NDCL able to retain possession, get it back.
Charlie Roberto with the ball.
Roberto able to get his foot on it. He's looking at Harris, but patiently lets it develop. Over to Merritt Perun on the far side.
That's the one thing I like about Roberto. He doesn't take shots when he first sees them.
That's right.
He waits for the offense to develop.
And Henderson and Ryan Karras tries to get it back to Maloney, and Karras has it back again. Karras looking to make a play, and Roberto has the ball back to Henderson. Henderson kind of juggles it a little bit, but he's able to get it back. He's looking forward. And that's Cardoon on him. Height difference there is
he didn't see him from behind.
Pretty substantial height difference. But NDCL is able to get the ball.
And I could tell that was not the pass NDCL wanted.
And they still have the ball, though, and they're making their moves around. And there's Lex Herr able to get his body on it. And he gets a foot on it. And maybe Harris can make something happen here.
Oh, that was a hard knee collision between Harris and
oh, boy.
And Chancellor.
That's Calendar there.
Calendar.
Oh, that cannot feel good.
That was a very hard hit.
Harris. It's good to see Harris getting up. And Calendar's getting up, too.
That was a very hard collision. Hope they're both all right.
That is, wow, that is tough on both sides. I expected both of them to stay down there. They hit each other hard, Kenyon.
Yes.
Calendar taking a minute here.
He's still feeling the pain.
I mean, you know, Calendar came out of the box. That's tough. That's tough. If that play had happened in the box, that's a foul on Jaden Harris, but he's making an aggressive play on the ball. And Calendar, he's back up. He's ready to play, flexing that knee a little bit. With 14-19 left here in the first half.
Jaden Harris got taken out of the game to get his knee checked.
Yeah, that's probably smart. And looks like Alex English came into the game for him.
Bryce Meaton trying to make a play on the ball. Missed it.
And Bengals are able to get it out thanks to Lex Herr. Lex Herr. Lex Herr. Lex Herr. He even commentated the first half of the JV game, and I can't get his name right. And he's in my media clothes. Oh, boy.
Very disappointing.
Very disappointing work by me. And here comes
We
Bryce
apologize,
Meaton.
Lex.
We apologize, Lex. Okay.
Roberto with the ball. And it got stolen.
NDCL able to get it back. That's Cardoon with the header over to Jordan Anthony. And
oh, good stop there by Ryan Lex Herr. Matthew Torres is now in the game.
That's
we
right.
saw him a little bit in the JV game, getting a goal for the JV team.
That's interesting that we put him into this half.
And AJ Green with the nice save. He's had some good saves here in this first half.
That's very nice. Nice diving save. And he's keeping NDCL off the board. Still 2-0 Bengals, 12:51.
Matthew Torres with a chance. He didn't have a clear shot, and he kicks it out.
Torres maybe could have tried to pull it back there, but instead it's out of bounds, and that's going to be Calendar kicking it off again.
Frank there defending Torres.
That was Frank Croto on defense.
With the kick, Torres running. Couldn't get there in time. He's guarding up on him. And Bryce Meaton was trying to recover, but couldn't get to it.
There's Merritt Perun getting it over to Maloney. Roberto. Ben. Torres has got it. Torres.
You're good.
And that's going to be Bengal ball.
I saw Thomas wide open.
Torres, the junior, on the near sideline. First-year player for the Bengals. And we've already talked about him a lot tonight in the JV game. Very athletic. Roberto wants that back.
He mishandled the kick. He couldn't.
And
He didn't get a good hit on it.
He tried to volley it to himself. You know, he was trying to kick it out of the air a little bit, and it just wasn't meant to be. And here comes Calendar. Kick out of the back. Maloney's going to get a head on it.
Good header by Maloney.
Torres tried to get there, but NDCL has the ball. Merritt Perun.
A lot of communication out there.
That's Alex English there on the backside for the Bengals. And James Cole. James Cole over to Merritt Perun. Alex English. Skies it over to the far side. Maloney's going to try and track it down. But that's Luca.
Oh, and Avi with a foul.
Yeah, Ryan got a foot in there. Boy, Luca, he's gotten beat up tonight. That's the third foul he's been on the receiving end of.
He's a warrior.
Yeah, you got to hand it to him. He's getting back up, and he's getting back out there every time. Luca looking, surveying the field.
If you have just joined us, there's 10 minutes and 30 seconds left in the first half. Bengals up 2-0 with goals scored by Charlie Roberto and Thomas Maloney.
That's a great recap, Kenyon. Charlie Roberto with a very nice first goal, and then he had the assist to Maloney, and those two guys have made things happen for the Bengals on the offensive end tonight.
They've also played very good aggressive defense, and as A.J. Green with some tremendous saves.
Yeah, Roberto and Maloney have both made plays in the midfield to get the ball back for the Bengals. And, of course, James Cole back there directing traffic. Lex Herr gotten his foot on the ball, gotten his body on the ball a lot. Cardoom trying to make something happen. Perun comes up limping. And that's Ryan Karras who gets a foot on it, and then Lex Herr who gets another foot on it.
And he overshot it.
Yeah, NDCL just tried to get some sort of shot on goal, but that's out of bounds, and A.J. Green's going to get the goal kick.
Has had some very good boots tonight.
Oh, yeah, I
But
agree.
also been very smart with his kicks, like there.
That's right, yep, that's good. Lex Herr trying to get it to Roberto, and NDCL, well, it keeps it in bounds. And that's in, and Meaton's going to get a foot on it. And Bengals getting back on defense. Lex Herr with a foot.
And another shot by NDCL goes over the goal.
Yeah, NDCL has been trying to volley one in a little bit. I got to tell you, Kenyon, I saw this NDCL team last year when they played the Bengals, and the Bengals won that game 3-0. It kind of felt like the Bengals could have scored a couple more. This in the NDCL team tonight looks good, and don't let this 2-0 score fool you. They've played well, but they haven't quite gotten to make anything work, and A.J. Green has played really nicely in goal.
He's been playing very well tonight. Also, the Bengals have been very patient and very aggressive on defense.
I agree. And there's
Thomas
Maloney. You see that little turn he did, Kenyon? He didn't knock it backwards. He knocked it forward a little bit. Very nice turn of the body there by Thomas Maloney, but unfortunately NDCL is able to get it back.
That's the veteran experience from Maloney.
Cole gets a foot on it. Torres trying to make a play, gets it over to Charlie Roberto. Roberto keeps the ball.
And you see the patience there. And a very good kick, and we get...
Yeah, Callender, he was there. Roberto tried to get it to Maloney, and it was just a little too far. But NDCL, their defense was in position. It was going to be tough to make that play regardless.
And NDCL wish they had that.
Wow.
He was right in front of it.
Cardoom was right there, and that was a prime opportunity on the backside. A.J. Green was in position, but Cardoom really, he could have gotten it there, and it looks like Cardoom's going to come out of the game.
Number 15.
In the game, that's Aiden Trapoto, who we've already seen in the first half. 7 minutes left here in the first half, and Bengals still up 2-0. They're going to have to do a lot.
Ryan with the kick. Maloney trying to get to it, couldn't get it.
Luca with the ball. Luca.
And is going to keep it in.
No, it looks like that's just out. That yellow line back there, Kenyon, that fooled me too. That yellow line is the out, and not the white line in the back. Yeah, that fooled me earlier too. But it's going to be a Bengal goal kick, and they're going to let A.J. Green make some sort of decision here. He's either probably going to boot it out.
I hope Harris is okay. He hasn't come back in the game since his collision earlier with...
Actually, it looks like that's him right there on the receiving side. That's a great time to bring him up because he is back in the game along with Torres. Looks like, and Alex English is still in the game too. NDCL trying to let something develop here. Back over to Luca. Luca couldn't keep it in bounds.
They can't just get nothing going right now. The Bengals defense is standing strong right now.
Yeah, very true, Kenyon. And Maloney trying to make a throw in, and Luca gets a foot on it, and that's back. And NDCL trying to make a play again. Torres is there. Torres is able to steal on it. Torres
very patient.
Smartly
Gets it back to English.
Very nice play, Torres. And then English back up to Torres. Off his back leg a little bit. Torres wants that back. But it was a tough ball to handle, but NDCL now has it back in the front half for the Bengals.
Good defense there by
That was Ryan Karras.
Ryan Karras, a sophomore here in my class. He also plays hockey along with...
He did play baseball last year, too. He was on the JV squad. And, of course, very big contributor to the varsity hockey team. A lot of goals as a freshman, and he's going to be an exciting player to watch on the soccer field and on the hockey rink. Hockey ice.
Good boot there by A.J. Green. Trying to get it to Torres. Harris gets it. And now NDCL has it back.
Harris gets it, but out of bounds. And that's back to the Lions.
We have been very fortunate that none of these soccer balls haven't gone over the fence.
I know, you don't want to lose a good soccer ball. Alex with the big throw. Henderson over, tries to get over Maloney, but it's a little too far, and Luke is able to pick it up. Meaton wards him off.
Good save and good kick ahead.
Just clears it.
A little too much mustard.
No, it's a good clear, Kenyon. Sometimes you just got to get it out of there, and I think that was a nice play by Meaton, but you would have liked him to hit somebody too.
Yeah.
You know, get it up to Torres or get it up to Maloney. Maloney directing traffic in the middle of the field. And there's English into Roberto. Roberto holding on. He sees Maloney. Couldn't quite get it there. Henderson, Maloney have a little collision in the middle of the field. And NDCL gets it back until Karras able to get a foot on it.
Karras being very aggressive.
But NDCL has it. Henderson gets beat initially, but he's staying with it. And there's Karras flying in on defense. Fronting the NDCL player. And there's Roberto.
Just getting it out of there. Oh, and a collision there between Torres and
That's number 6. Looks like that's Frank Croto. But NDCL has the ball again. And they're going to try and work it up into the Bengal front. Harris with pressure. Alex English gets a foot on it. NDCL still has it, though. Taking it up the far sideline on their right side.
Oh, good hit.
Lex Herr able to get a stop on it. And he's still playing defense and allows A.J. Green to get in there with 2 minutes and 40 seconds left. Here comes the big boot. Torres is going to have to try and track this down.
And he does.
Gets a little...
Still in bounds, and he lost control.
He's got great speed, great athleticism, and he's just only going to get better. If he just got like a tiny little touch on it there on that sideline, he could have made something happen.
We have a lot of fast players on this team.
We sure do,
with
Kenyon.
Roberto, Harris, Torres.
Yeah, I agree. Karras playing defense in the middle.
Oh, and that hit.
That was off Roberto's face, but he's recovered. He's got soft pressure there. Michael Henderson trying to make a play on the sideline. NDCL Luca with the volley.
Oh. NDCL has had their chances to get a goal.
They sure have, Kenyon. And they're going to try and make another here. There's Cole.
And that's a foul on NDCL.
Oh, boy. Cole, right at the last second, is able to get his foot in there. And they're going to, that's a free kick for the Bengals. And A.J. Green's going to take it. And Cole with a very nice defensive play to stop NDCL from develop anything. And that means, well, that's 1 minute and 20 seconds left in this first half. Bengals still up 2-0. And let's hope the Bengals can keep it in their side of the field.
Now, heading into the second half, what would you like to see from the Bengals to keep a hold of this lead?
Honestly, I'd like to see more of the same. I mean, what they're doing to me is working. They're being patient on offense, and they're going to have to keep doing that. Oh, here comes Torres.
Oh, as Torres gets to the ball, he's very patient, and he wasn't able to control it.
That was a very nice opportunity, and he almost made something of it. He had 2 guys back there, maybe trying to go to his right, could have opened up something for him, but you know, that would have been a tough play to make regardless. I mean, going to his right, he would have been cutting himself off from a lot of angles from the goal too. So, but Torres, very exciting player to watch up front.
I'm excited to see him for and that's our first soccer ball over the gate.
We lost it.
The gate.
Oh, well. What can you do, Kenyon?
10 seconds left in the first half.
Roberto walking up.
Throws it in.
Harris.
They're going to try and get one more, but they're unable to do it. And that is the first half.
Well, Kenyon, to answer your question from before, I think, like I said, more of the same. More of the same is what I'd like to see. Controlling the ball in the offensive half, being patient. Those 2 goals that we had came from patient play. And then, you know, playing hard, aggressive defense. Ryan Carrott's been flying all over the field, and the defensive back line has been making great plays. Meaton, Cole, Ryan Ahi, and, of course, Lex Herr.
I like how the team is playing so far. Excited to see how they will continue this into the second half. Roberto with a good, nice goal early on the game to set the tone. Maloney doing well. The whole team is doing well in general. They just can't let up because, like you said, this NDCL team won't stop fighting.
They are playing well. They definitely are. Calendar's been making plays in the back end of the goal, and I mean NDCL. This is a tough team, and we cannot let them back into it. Kenyon, you know, they're not going to lay down right now. Their coach is going to go over there and he's going to talk to them, and they're still very much in this game. It's only 2-0. Well, Kenyon, I think you might be operating camera in the second half, so you want to say your goodbyes right now to our audience here, our listening audience here at Bossu Field?
Go Bengals. MLB Mob. Bengals, let's go win this thing.
All right. Well, Kenyon Green is going to be back on camera just like he was for the first half. And we're going to take a little break here. And we're going to be back here with maybe a minute left in halftime. So we'll see you in about 7 minutes here in Bossu Field. Bengals up 2-0 here at halftime. And they're going to look to try and seal this win here in the second half.
He's doing good. He should be watching, so we need a shout out. And him and Pete Sturkle, his parents are here too. So sent him the link. So, yeah, he's doing good. He's down since then. Yeah, so, a couple weeks in, 3 weeks in, or whatever. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, so they're like 7 miles apart or something like that. Yeah, Bryce is there. Yeah. Yeah. Corey texted Bryce the other day. Because Corey's like, there's like nobody on campus because for the weekend. It's like, you know, for Labor Day. There's hardly anybody here. He goes, I need something to do. But yeah, he's doing good. Yeah, and so he's in like this. It's called a junior suite. It's 2 room.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're back here in the second half of this Benedictine Bengals and NDCL Lions action. And Benedictine is going to kick off here, Starting off the second half. Benedictine, of course, up 2-0 here, thanks to a Charlie Roberto goal and a Thomas Maloney goal assisted by Charlie Roberto. And joining me for the second half, sophomore and brother of Bengals varsity soccer player Matthew Torres, is sophomore Antonio Torres.
How y'all doing? My debut.
Your debut. All right. So Antonio, he's gonna be good. He's gonna be nice on camera here. He's not gonna get me in trouble. He promised. And Kenyon Green, our commentator from the first half, he's back on camera for us. Bengals have switched sides here, and their defense is now in front of us, and they're gonna look to be on the other side of the field and try and score some more goals. Antonio, you've watched the JV game. You watched the first half of you were operating camera for the first half of the varsity game and the second half of JV. What have you seen from our Bengals tonight?
I seen grit and patience. Like the first game, we took the L, but at least they had some grit. Second, we taking patient, and we're in the lead now.
That's right. And you want to see a lead on the varsity side. Wow, that was Michael Henderson got his head on the ball there, and Jackson Callender able to come up and get it. But that was almost a really nice play and goal by Benedictine. And NDCL is going to have it back. Yeah, that's right. I've seen a lot of grit and a lot of patience here from Benedictine as well. And Henderson gets a foot on it. Merritt's got it.
Nice kick by Ryan Karras.
You could really hear how vocal James Cole, the senior, is in the back for the Bengals. And NDCL just gets it out of bounds. Harris is up there with Michael Henderson to start. And Merritt Perun is here on the left side. Charlie Roberto in the middle and Thomas Maloney on the other side. And then it looks like Ryan Karras, kind of the defensive midfielder. And Ryan Ahi on the right. Bryce Meaton over there with him, maybe in the center mid. And Lex Herr on the left side. And then, of course, James Cole here in the back. And A.J. Green, the goalie, standing out here, ready to go.
It's good to have a little bit of seniors on this team since we're pretty much young.
You're right, Antonio. We are a young team.
So we could take some advice from the seniors who are going to graduate this year.
And that's going to be a goal kick on the NDCL side after Ryan Karras tried to put it in play, but skied it. Oh,
that was a nice one.
Ryan Ahi, a little showing some moves there. Gets it on the outside of his foot behind him. And that's going to be a Bengal throw-in.
Bryce with the throw-in.
Bryce getting it in, and then Ryan Karras looking to play to Charlie. Lex Herr gets it away, but NDCL is able to get it back. NDCL working it up.
Like the communication from A.J. Green.
Yeah. It's nice to be on this side of the field and hear the Bengals. And there's Jaden Harris. Ooh. Maloney tried to get a foot on it. Looks like back there was Alan Vandoost, I want to say. That was back there making the play on the NDCL side. That was 16. And Merritt Perun looking to make the throw-in.
I think that's how you say it.
And NDCL is going to get it back. Karras. And there's... And Lex Herr trying to play it up into the front, but it's going to go right to Callender, the goalie, who's going to put the big boot on it.
He's been giving good boots all game.
Callender looks like a good goalie back there. He's made good plays. He took a really hard hit from Jaden Harris out on the 25-yard line in the second half, but both of them got up, and Jaden Harris is back playing this game.
That's that one saying, like, it doesn't matter how hard you fall. I forgot this saying. I can't say it.
Yeah, but, it doesn't matter how many times you fall. It just matters how many times you get back up. That's right. Got to get back on the horse, right, Antonio?
Yeah. Seen plenty of that today.
And there's Harris getting it over to Michael Henderson. Henderson gets a little touch on it. Gets it over to Roberto. Roberto.
It's a lot of size difference between Grace.
Roberto gets it back over to Ryan Ahi. Ahi tries to get it to Maloney, but and it looks like that's Ryan Sitkovic who kicks it out of bounds for NDCL. And there's Bryce throwing it in. There it is. Bryce stepping up. And kind of slipped off his fingers there, but Ryan Ahi's able to get it.
Nice, nice.
Bryce tries to cross it in. Jaden Harris. Harris wants that one back. Trying to get it over to Merrick Maroon.
Harris seems to be walking off with a little bit of an injury in the lower parts.
Ooh. Lex Herr is on the ground. NDCL is trying to get the ball back.
Clock, guys, clock.
And that's going to be an injury timeout. Lex Herr really came down hard on his elbow. And NDCL would really like to kick off here and really like to take this free kick, but and here comes Benedictine trainer Devon Aaron coming out to take a look at Lex Herr along with Coach Stepp and junior Danny Basikovich, who's always helping out Devon Aaron there in the training room.
I think Lex is going to be able to get up. He's a pretty tough guy.
Yeah, it just looks like he kind of got undercut a little bit. Not that I'm not going to say it was intentional, but he just got undercut a little bit and came down hard on his elbow. And he's just slow to get up here, but I think he's going to be all right. And just, all that force right on his back and elbow. Not fun. NDCL would really like to get this free kick off. And they're really looking to score here, so you can understand the frustration here. But, Lex, he's not going to go down he's going down for a reason. And he's able to walk off the field.
Matthew Torres is coming in for Lex Herr. She almost made the same mistake as you, Devers.
What did I do?
Hairs.
Oh, Lex Herr. Oh, Herr? That's all right. That's okay. You can call me out on my mistakes anytime, Antonio. And NDCL coming in with the big boot. And AJ Green able to save it. Green communicating with his players. Sunset looking very nice here on Bossu Field.
And Matthew Torres.
There he is. Patient, letting it develop. NDCL players were all over him, but
nice.
He's able to hold it long enough, and Benedictine was able to get up there, but now NDCL is moving back the ball upfield. Bryce playing defense. Ooh, you don't want to. Oh, and Thomas Maloney coming back and getting a body on it, and that's going to be a corner kick for the NDCL side. And Bryce needed to be a little more patient there, but luckily he had Maloney coming in. Coach Stepp coaching up Bryce there, and Ryan Sitkovic coming in to kick. And AJ Green coming in to make the save. And he's going to slowly walk the ball back up and boot it out. Over to Torres. Torres gets a head on it. And gets it over, and Jaden Harris isn't able to handle it. And it wasn't an easy pass to handle, but Maloney's got it now. Oof. That's all right. And NDCL made an aggressive play on the ball.
We toss in by the Bengals.
And yeah, it's going to be Bengal ball there, and that looks like Hard to see now with the sun setting who that was making the throw in.
Mike Harris.
Harris into Roberto. Roberto, hesitation. Over to the right. Over to Ryan Ahi. Gets it back to Roberto. Roberto back to Bryce. Bryce gets it over to Ryan Karras. Karras controls. In between the freshman Merritt and Michael Henderson. And that's going to be NDCL ball.
That was a little bit of miscommunication. That's okay.
Yeah, that's all right.
Happens to all of us.
And it sure does. Henderson with the pressure.
Bryce.
Nice header by Bryce. Torres receives it. Trying to make a move. Maloney looking to play defense now. And NDCL is moving the ball back down the field. Sun setting in earnest now here on Bossu Field. With 31:15 left in the second half. Bengals are up 2-0, but NDCL is making noise in the Bengal half.
Nice kick by Smith. Oh, nice save by Ryan. That save by Bryce Meaton. Nice save by AJ Green.
That's a great save. A nice attempt by NDCL, but AJ Green was right there. Green with the big boot out. Torres. That's Benedictine ball. Maloney throwing it in. Torres made a run back. And that's into Ryan Ahi. Ahi back to Maloney. Maloney gets pushed off the ball. And they're calling that a foul on NDCL. And Benedictine is going to get another opportunity for a free kick. That's James Cole over there looking to take it. Cole lining it up. And they're going to try and get this in the box. Henderson, oh.
17 seems to be down. Goalie jumped on him. Gets up. He's good.
Henderson, that was a very, very nice attempt on the volley there. It was upper 90. That's what he was aiming for, but it was just a little outside the post. But that's a great hit by a freshman. And an NDCL player is down. And trainers are going out to take a look. Hard to see who that is. Yeah, you don't like to see this. Injuries are the worst part of any sport. Devon Aaron taking a look at him. Devon Aaron, class of 2015 from Benedictine High School. Coach Stepp taking the opportunity to organize his team right now. .48 left here in half number 2 on Bossu Field. Bengals still up 2-0. NDCL is certainly threatened to score. Got a couple shots on goal. And it looks like the NDCL player. Is that Luca again? Oh my goodness.
I was just about to say, it seems like it could be Luca because Luca's been taking a lot of hits
he's been taking a lot of hits all night, and yeah,
I had a feeling eventually that was going to catch up with him.
walking off the field now. Good to see him walking off under his own power. Yeah, he's had a lot of contact with people tonight. It's good to see him walking off. Hopefully he's all right. And it's going to be NDCL ball. And coming in for the NDCL side is 37 Bryce Cable. Luca making his way off.
A little bit of a short kick. I don't think that's what he's going for. Thomas Maloney trying to get out of there. Matthew Torres. He kicks it out. That was nice. Ryan Karras is putting pressure. Ryan is putting pressure also. Nice defense by the Bengals. And we lose another ball over the fence. Nice defense by the Bengals.
Number 36, Ryan Smith there on NDCL, talking to his team, trying to tell them to keep their energy up. 27-35 left, and he's absolutely right. If NDCL wants a chance in this game, they're going to have to believe in themselves. They're going to have to believe that they have a chance to win. But the Bengals played the better game thus far, and they made the most of their opportunities.
I don't think that's the kick that AJ wanted, but I guess.
No, probably not. But Roberto was able to flick it up. Not quite to get to Henderson, but NDCL's working back the ball. Henderson getting pushed off the ball.
Mikey putting pressure on.
Merritt Perun there as well.
Oh, that's
Henderson
nice defense by Mikey.
Well, it looked like a little push in the back there by Ryan Smith, but the referee doesn't think so.
Nice defense, Ryan.
Ryan Karras off the ball. Smith comes in to throw it in.
That's a little bit overthrown.
But NDCL still has the ball. And they're looking for the volley in, but right to A.J. Green. To me, I think NDCL needs to be a little more patient there. They have the ball. There's 26 minutes left, and they keep trying for the volleys. They keep trying to sky it in. A.J. Green, he's big out there.
He's 6'3".
He's 6'3".
Oh, hit in the face by Matt Torres. Got hit in the face.
Oh, look at that! Look at how tough he is. That looked like it hurt.
He eats those.
He eats those?
Yeah.
Okay, here we go. NDCL.
Ooh.
That's going to be a Bengal goal kick after Lexer is able to get it off the Bengal defender. 25-44 left. A.J. Green communicating with his team, telling them to clean it up. Now is not the time to get sloppy. Skies it over. NDCL's got it. Ryan Karras gets a foot in there. Maloney. Maloney's able to get it back.
Still in.
But NDCL able to get it off. And nice little play up the side there.
Way to keep it in by Thomas Maloney.
Ooh. Smith with a valiant effort there.
Was he trying to go for the Cristiano Ronaldo?
I think he tried. I mean, he knew there was no one back behind him, so he just tried to get some contact with it. It was a nice attempt, but
that would have been a nice shot if he hit that, not gonna lie.
Karras on the near sideline. NDCL skies it in the middle. Maloney's there. Maloney gets ahead on it.
Nice.
Maloney on the ground, though. There's Ryan Ahi. Ryan Ahi fights through contact. NDCL's got it back, though.
I think it's pretty hard.
Cole
It's pretty hard to deal from contact from Ryan because he's kind of a big boy, you know.
He is.
It's like a truck coming
Cole
towards you.
directing traffic in the back. NDCL with a real opportunity here. James Cole gets in front of the ball. James Cole gets it out of there.
Nice. Communication on the Bengals side.
And that's back to
That's
AJ
a
Green.
save by AJ Green. AJ Green telling them to lock in.
Yeah, Lex Herr, he's played a lot of minutes back there.
Right to Matthew Torres. Oh, he slips up.
Karras. There's Bryce.
Nice
getting
boot by
off.
Bryce.
Oh, he called him Bruce. See, there you go.
We're going to have a little bit of slips-ups on Bryce's name today.
Torres trying to make a play up there, putting pressure on the NDCL side. He still has it. He's getting pushed.
Is that not pushing it back?
I think the referee's calling it. Free kick, right?
That's a little bit hard to see from here.
Yeah.
I don't know if he called it or anything.
I think that's going to be. I think that's going to be a free kick. We're going to see where Ryan puts the ball, if he's going to throw in or what. Oh, looks like it's a throw in. No, it is a free kick. It's corner. Coach Stapp talking to his team. Karras. Backside of the goal. Wrong side of the goal.
I feel like a little bit of Maloney would have headbutted in. Been doing a lot of headbutts this game.
Calendar lining back up there. Bengals still up 2-0 with 22:33 left. Calendar heard the referee inadvertent whistle. Well, he's going to line back up. Here he goes. Finally kicks it off. And that's going to be out of bounds. It's Ryan Ahi over there. And he's going to let Bryce take it.
I almost said Ryan Asai. Bryce Minton with the toss in to Harris. Nice cut off by Ryan Harris. Ryan Harris is crazy. Jaden Harris. Ooh.
Michael Henderson liked that attempt from himself, but a little bit over. It was, he's got a good foot on him, that Henderson.
He's not bad. He's a freshman playing Vars, if I'm correct.
Yeah, you are correct. Well, I believe some people even say the full word, varsity. That's all right. I'm trying to keep up with the language. So it's all right. I have you to tell me, Antonio.
I keep up with a little bit of the slang.
It's all right.
I'm getting at that age where I barely use it anymore.
Oh, Ryan Karras boots it up. Jaden Harris looking to track it down. Jaden Harris. But there's Merritt Perun right there, too. But NDCL's going to boot it out. Lex Herr is back here trying to track it down.
Speaking of Lex Herr, I didn't even realize he was back in the game.
He's still here, and Ryan Karras making a play.
Oh.
And here's Bryce. Skies it up to Harris. Here comes Merritt Perun. Merritt Perun with pressure. Charlie
with the pressure.
Stepping up.
Stepping up, yeah.
No, you're absolutely right, Antonio. And Bengals got to keep up the pressure here. And that's going to be goal kick for the Bengals with 20:23 left here in the second half. Bengals got to play smart here to keep their lead. Still up 2-0. Coach Stepp talking to his team. And James Cole receives the short pass from AJ Green and boots it out. Bryce. And here comes Merritt Perun. Merritt Perun. Perun driving it out of bounds, but that allows the Bengals to reset. And NDCL is going to come in with a substitution. Here comes Luca. Coming for number 12, Andrew Gibson. Luca going back over to his left side.
Luka looks good.
And Luka's made plays tonight. And Henderson gets a foot on it. Henderson with a foot again, but NDCL's got it back with a throw-in. Perun. NDCL's going to throw it in. NDCL really threatening here. Bryce gets it up to Jaden Harris, who gets a foot on it, trying to get it to Torres.
This is what we call the red zone, if we want to take it to football terms.
That's right. Yeah, that's true. NDCL is very much in the red zone right now, and they're looking to move back into it. And there's Roberto booting it out.
Trying to get it to Matthew Torres.
Roberto playing defense. Harris playing defense. Karras keeping it in front of him. Michael Henderson. Bengals talking to each other. And there's Bryce. And A.J. Green's going to take it. And he's got his hands on it. 18-17 left here in the second half. Big boot. NDCL gets a head on it. Roberto's got it back, though. Over to Karras. Karras looking at Perun. Perun's got it. Perun looking up. Surveying the field, back to Karras. And, oh, really nice play up the side. Henderson wasn't quite able to get there, but that's okay because NDCL is now going to throw it back from their side. NDCL gets a foot on it. Boots it over to the middle, but Bryce is there. Luka's there, though. Luka driving up the side. Ryan Ahi's there. Oof, Ryan Ahi's going to get called. Ryan Ahi's going to get called for that. I'm going to have to agree with the referee there. I know what Ryan wanted. I know he was trying to cut him off, but you can't. You got to make a play on the ball there, and Ryan split second too late, and NDCL's going to get the free kick.
And on top of that, Ryan's a very aggressive, a really aggressive soccer player.
He is. And you know, and the referees are going to count his size against him every time. They're going to see a big guy making a play like that, and they're gonna call it against him. So he's going to have to play smart, but that's all right. You know, that wasn't a mistake. I wasn't a mistake. He was trying to make a play on the ball, and Bengals now, you know, they have the ball back. So all's well that ends well, right, Antonio?
Yes.
Antonio. We don't like seeing that from A.J. Green, but luckily it ends up okay.
He had a few bad kicks today and a few good kicks. It's 50-50, I see.
Hopefully more like 90-10, but when the 10 happens, it's you notice it. Bryce making a big throw in. And Charlie Roberto's got it, but Roberto still on it. Very nice. That's Jonathan Anthony, who...
Nice. Bringing it upfield.
Torres trying to make a play. Torres could still be on it. Oof. That's got to be Bengal ball, right? Here we go. Throw into Maloney. Harris tries to get it up so that Torres can go get it, but wasn't quite in the right spot. But Harris has got it back.
Nice defense by Harris.
Merritt Perun watching it go out of bounds. He's going to throw it in. They're going to make... NDCL's trying to make a substitution here. But it's Bengal ball. Maloney surveying the field, throwing it in. 15-21 left here.
Tries to throw it to Charlie.
Torres, big boot in the air, volleying it to himself. Nice little play to Harris. Harris has got an opportunity.
And go!
Jaden Harris with the goal. Jaden Harris making the play off of the Matthew Torres volley in the air. Look at that. I think they drew that up.
Yeah.
Look at that. Jaden Harris, I know he's been waiting. I don't think he's got his goal yet. I think that's his first goal of his senior year. And gotta love it. Gotta love to see it. And that's going to put the Bengals up by 3 with 14:25 left here in the second half.
Jaden's been looking for that all game. He's been playing. He's been putting his heart out there. And it all came back to him when he got that goal.
Pride, speed, right place, right time, and you have to make the right play there. And he didn't have to me it didn't look like he had a great angle, but he made the most of it, and that's a goal.
Yeah.
Referees having a discussion here. Referees are talking with the NDCL side.
I'll talk from.
And referees are going to have a little discussion here with the NDCL coaches.
Talking back from Gibson from the Lions, right?
Oh, that's all right, Antonio. We don't need to name names here. We don't know who he was talking to, the referees. We don't know. We can't say for sure. But what we do know is that the referees are having a conversation with the NDCL coaches, and you can bet the NDCL coaches are gonna talk to their team, and they're gonna clean this up. Whatever they need to clean up, they're cleaning up. And there goes the NDCL side. They're having a little conference there. Coach is talking to them, and they're gonna have to keep a level head if they want an opportunity here. It's going to be hard for them to climb back into it with only 14:21 left here in the second half.
But I get it. They're getting frustrated. It's a mental game also.
That's true. It's a mental game, and they have to keep up. They have to stay positive on their side.
Getting kind of frustrating. I get it.
Bengals coming out. Maloney giving some directions to Merritt Perun, the freshman. Torres surveying in the middle along with Jaden Harris. Bengals rush forward, but NDCL looks to sky it back in. And they're gonna call that on the NDCL side. Tough call. Understand why the NDCL player is frustrated there, but he did go into the body of Thomas Maloney, and Charlie Roberto is going to take the kick here. Looking over to Maloney, and it's Bengal ball because it must have brushed against the NDCL player there. That's Perun looking at Torres, looking at Maloney, and he's going to throw it into Torres. NDCL looking to get it back. Roberto has it. Roberto controlling the ball. Ryan Karras tries to jump in, jumps a little too high. Jaden Harris with the ball up to Roberto. Roberto has Perun. He has Torres. He's got patience. And they're going to call that on NDCL. Charlie thinking about what he wants to do. And James Cole is going to come up and take the kick. 12:56 left here in the second half. James Cole taking a free kick. Bengals up 3-0. And Maloney's going to kick it out. Well, Antonio, if you remember, last year when the Bengals played NDCL at NDCL, the score of that game, also Bengals 3, NDCL nothing. And the Bengals are coming in here with a different team, but last year was the seniors on that team who made it happen. That was, if I remember correctly, I believe Andrew Joyce, senior, had a goal in that game, and I believe Christian Cora had 2. And, of course, I think maybe seniors Corey Fox, Christian Cora, watching this game right now. Seniors from last year, of course.
What would be the odds if we beat them 3-0 again?
I mean, any sort of win would be nice. And it'd be nice for the program to know that what looks like to me a better NDCL team. If we can beat this team 3-0 again, that shows a lot of promise, says a lot about this program. I think the Bengals have played a really good game, really smart game. Wow.
Oh, nice save by James Cole.
Roberto gets a foot on it. That was close.
That was really, really close.
And
AJ Green was out of
AJ Green able to snatch it out of the air. That went off top post. That looked like it was going into me, Antonio. Wow. Just like when we were talking about 3-0. You shouldn't talk about it. You shouldn't talk about it. AJ Green boots it out. Of course, Ryan Karras on this field right now, and of course his brother Will Karras, or I'm sorry, his cousin, his brother Jack Karras and his cousin Will Karras were on this team last year and they graduated. And we can't, of course, forget Amari Murray, the senior from the team last year. And AJ Green back there in goal, well, he backed up Peter Circle last year.
James Cole out there communicating with his team.
NDCL looking to volley. Perun pressuring Bryce. Bryce skies it over to the side. Didn't like that play by himself, but that's all right. Gives the Bengals time to reset. And NDCL improper throw-in procedure, and that's going to be a Bengal throw-in now. Michael Henderson trotting over. Mike coming over. 10 minutes left in the second half. Henderson in, Maloney sealing off, and that's going to go back to NDCL.
Jeez.
You got to throw it. You got to bring both hands behind your head, and both feet got to stay in contact with the ground. And that's how you got to throw it in. And neither team was able to do it there.
That's a field goal.
Luca skies it over, and it's going to be AJ Green booting it again.
And it's good.
Unfortunately, not on this sport, but AJ Green going to kick it off. He's got Lex Herr on his side, James Cole on his right, but he's going to boot it over to Torres. Torres seals him off. Torres got to make a move here, and he's got Jaden Harris. He gets it to him. Harris takes it over to the right, and Luca goes to seal him off. Oh, and they're going to call that on Luca. Well, I understand that there too. I get it. Luca going to make a play on the ball, but instead makes a play on Jaden Harris, and that's going to be a Bengal free kick. Roberto got his hand in the air, booting it off. Oh, that's a nice attempt by Jaden Harris, but got his head on it, but went outside of the post. And as Charlie Roberto comes back after that free kick, can't forget his brother, graduated class of 2020, Gabe Roberto, who I heard might be out there watching this game right now. If you are, Gabe, good to hear from you in Kent State. And Charlie Roberto, of course, captain on this team, leading this team. And AJ Green calming his team down here. Pointing around, talking to his team. That's leadership right there. And you've experienced AJ's leadership on the lacrosse field, right, Antonio?
Yes, I have.
And what can you tell me about AJ Green as a leader?
He's a very humble guy. He tries to lead his team as much as he can. You know, even though we didn't do too good, he still tried to keep his head up throughout the season.
That's true. Staying positive. I know the lacrosse team will look to improve this year. You guys were very young last year, and you got a little older, a little more experience.
Most of our team was freshmen last year.
Ryan Karras kicks it out of bounds. NDCL, they're not going to give up here just because they're down 3-0. 7 minutes left. Oh, that was a very nice grounded cross in, and Andrew Gibson just there's no way, he just kicks it nowhere near the goal, and that's unfortunate. He knows it. He knows it. He knows he had an opportunity there, and he didn't want to kick it right to the goalie, but you can't kick it outside of the post either.
Go to Mikey.
James Cole directing traffic. Charlie Roberto coming in to throw the ball. Looking at Henderson, looking at Perun, the freshman. Big throw over to Maloney. And it's going to be Bengal ball again. Roberto surveying the field. Big throw in, trying to get it to Maloney. And that's going to be Bengal ball.
For a minute, I thought that was going to ride the sideline for a minute. Looked like it was.
It looked like it, but that's going to be Bengal ball here for a throw-in. And they're giving it over to Roberto. 5:41 left here in the second half. Roberto surveying the field. And he's up to Maloney. And that's going to be NDCL ball again. And that's going to be not quite the correct type of throw-in. And Roberto's going to get it, and he's going to throw it in. Coach Stepp directing traffic over there, directing Merritt Perun to throw the ball in now. And NDCL didn't like that. Michael Henderson with the ball. Bengals here. Looks like going to be throw-in, free kick. Kind of getting blocked here by the fence. It's going to be a free kick here for James Cole. And Cole skies it in up the sideline, trying to get it to Maloney, but off to NDCL. That's Roberto over there. Over to Karras.
It's a little bit different to tell from here.
And it's hard to. You're right, Antonio. It's hard to see.
They've got somewhat the same hairs.
That's right. Same height, similar haircuts, but they are different guys, different players.
Yep.
Here comes Perun. Roberto intercepts it. But NDCL is able to get it back. There's Lex.
Nice. My legs hurt.
Maloney's
on
up
the
there.
chase.
Gibson, I believe, with the ball. Over to Luca. Luca skying it in. Lex boots it out with his head. I don't think you can boot it out with your head, Antonio, but I think he did there. That's what it felt like.
Waiting
Gibson.
about 3 minutes left in the game.
Coach making a substitution here, bringing back in Torres. And they're taking out Charlie Roberto here.
Matthew Torres, substitution for Charlie Roberto.
Coach Stepp directing traffic with 3 minutes left here. Bengals really don't want to give up a goal here. They'd really love to get the shutout for A.J. Green. Ryan Ahi gets a foot on it, but NDCL's got it back. Bryce skies it over to the middle. That was a very nice hit by Alan Vatendust, but not quite on target. And it's going to be an A.J. Green goal kick with 2 minutes and 35 seconds left here in the second half. A.J. boots it. Ooh.
Looked like a pushing it back to me.
Looked like two hands on James Cole's back, but referee doesn't call it. And referee calls that. Referee calls that now.
There's a little bit of frustration going on.
And here comes James Cole. 2 minutes left. No reason to hurry here, but James Cole's coming up. Boots it in.
Try to get it to Mikey.
That's Bengal ball again. Minute 40 left. Gonna have to play smart here. Just try and finish this game. It looked like it was off an NDCL hand, but that's all right. Inadvertent. And NDCL's got it in their back. And NDCL is going to try and score here. But Lex Herr is there, and he's going to boot it out of bounds. And there's Jonathan Anthony making the throw in for the Lions. And Ryan Karras. Look, somebody else behind us made your mistake. Called him Charlie. Here goes Torres up there. But NDCL's got it back. 48 seconds left here. Referee's going to call that. I think that's going to be a penalty. I think that's going to be a penalty. I understand, you know, Karras came in there, and the angle was a little bit too much on the offensive players back there. And here comes Jonathan. That's Jonathan Anthony coming up to take the penalty, and let's see if A.J. Green can save it. And it's outside the posts, and that's been the story of NDCL's night here. Opportunities they've had, haven't been able to been on target.
It's been too close.
And when they have been on target, who's been there?
A.J. Green.
That's right, A.J. Green.
Went in 20 seconds left of the game.
A.J. boots it. Perun. Back to Maloney. Maloney boots it up. He's going to put some run behind it for Harris. Merritt's right there.
Waiting 5 seconds.
NDCL. And the referee blows his whistle.
And that's game. Bengals win 3-0.
It's a great game here by Benedictine Bengals. Their second win of the season. That's going to put them at 2-2-1, Antonio. That feels a lot better than 1-2-1, right? Yeah. You get your second win against a quality team like this NDCL Lions, and here they come out. They're coming out here to shake hands after a hard-fought battle, and the Bengals really put together a nice game here, Antonio. Your brother played a nice game up front, and he had that great volley over to Jaden to get that goal. He's got to feel good about that, getting an assist, right?
Yeah, a lot of saves by A.J. Green today.
You're going to be nice to him at home tonight, right?
No.
Come on. You had an assist. You should assist him by being nice to him at home. Come on, Antonio. Let's do it. One night only.
Nah.
Come on. All right. And, of course, the other goals here from the Benedictine Bengals. Charlie Roberto had the first goal, and then he assisted over to Thomas Maloney. And it's great to see 3 different Bengals score. And to get different assists from different Bengals, too.
Wait. No. What's the... Wait. I don't know. What class is Charlie Roberto?
Charlie Roberto is a junior.
Oh.
Class of 2024.
Most of the goals were scored by people from the class of 2024 today.
That's true. I would say... Well, wait. Well, no. Jaden's a senior, right?
Jaden, yeah.
He's 23. But technically correct, Antonio. Most of the goals. Well, while we argue over semantics, let's call it a night here from Bossu Field. The Bengals. Oh, of course. And the Bengals celebrating their win there by singing the alma mater. And they walk off Bossu Field with a great win, 3-0 here against the NDCL Lions. Antonio, any last words?
Go Bengals.
That's right. Go Bengals. And good night, everybody.